She had a lot of. She had a large family. She had a brother called Shante Nikwan.
That's not the right song.
I think you'll find it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I just gotta stop the other one.
There we go. See, you're playing.
I gotta turn
you're
this back
playing
on. I was so used to fucking.
Shia LaBeouf. You got anyone talking about anything on the way there? Or you just sort of all just looking forward to getting there?
What do we need from this? From this guy, from this town. I'm assuming we need some food. We need some water skins and water just to chuck in the back.
That's about it. I've got a scimitar to sell. That I got from the goblin shaman.
I wouldn't mind carrying a scimitar.
Yeah, or yours then. I don't need it.
I look in what is titled my burglar's pack, and I go, yeah, I got a few things to sell.
The old loot sack.
No, it's literally one of the choices I had whenever I was making my character was what did I want? Did I want an explorer's, dungeoneer's, or burglar's pack? I took the burglar's pack. It's literally the name of one of the starting equipment.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were talking about that or your loot sack.
No, I'm talking about my loot. I'm talking about my loot sack inside the burglar's pack.
Also want to get some canvas to complete the covering on one of the carriages.
Are we spending the night in thing?
Depends on the time of day we get there, but we don't need to.
Alright, you guys start moving off. It's a fairly sunny day, and a light breeze in your hair, or scalps respectively. Actually, none of you are bald.
None of us are bald.
No, Bear left, so it's all through your hair. All through the hair.
We can hear Bear snoring in the back of the fucking thing.
That cure wounds or whatever it was didn't quite take. It's still pretty hungover.
It was just too much for even that spell to accomplish.
You see on your way, you passed a few groups of sort of travelers, caravans. They all look like just general sort of travelers, not merchants. Nobody really stands out to you. A couple give you a bit of an odd look as you go past. Not used to seeing such a mismatched group of travelers, I guess you'd say.
Am I copping dirty looks here?
I'll poke my tongue out at him.
Oh, yeah, Virus, you'll cop the occasional dirty look.
I'm gonna put my hood up so I don't cop dirty looks.
I just pull faces at all of them.
Alright. Yeah, you notice as you pull your hood up, you sort of cover a few of your facial details, like your sort of a long nose and sharpened chin, sort of giveaways that you're an elf. You sort of become a lot less noticeable, or people notice you a lot less. And before too long, lo and behold, you arrive in Dracinia.
I've got squiggles on this map. Sorry.
Some savage left squiggles on my map.
I'm sorry.
This is my home, right?
Again.
I believe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where we started.
Yeah.
Got hired here.
I look at Cam and say, "Oh, your parents are from Dracinia."
You didn't know that? Yeah, I live here. My
I
home.
said, "Oh, that's my parents' home." Sorry, thought you said that in game. Never mind.
Nope.
I wasn't paying
Hey
attention.
Cam,
I'm
don't
reading
your
things.
parents live here?
Yes, yes they
Cam's
do.
parents live here. Oh wow, okay, you didn't know that.
So yeah, as you sort of coming into the late afternoon as you do arrive in Dracinia, you see the hustle and bustle, sort of the lantern lighters coming out and sort of starting to make their rounds, getting a bit of an early start. You see the fields of hay and rye, the sort of main exports of Dracinia per se. And yeah, you start coming into the shanty town. Oh no, sorry, you're coming from the south. You're coming in through the commons. Much better, much more civilized than the Phandalin you've somewhat grown accustomed to. You notice that you're standing on an actual flagstone road now, not just the standard sort of dirt and mud that made up Phandalin's many streets and back alleys.
Guess we'll head for the town square and purchase some supplies.
Are we gonna stop in at Cam's parents before we go into the town square?
You can stop in
If I want to. But I'm planning to go visit the church I got my religion from.
If there's a church here, let's see if they can cure some curses as well. You never know.
Suppose we'll go straight to the town square then.
Yeah, so we can hitch up the look for somewhere we can hitch up the horses. While we're heading on there, you know if there's a
Is,
there's any
is Cam's parents like free accommodation for the night, Cam?
Mate, we're not going to my parents' house.
So, you know if there's any jewelers or anything in this town?
Is this town roughly the same, if not shittier than Fandalen?
I answer everyone's questions with Duke by my side, I hope. This grey square over here is this place.
Yeah, okay, so that's Cam's place there. You would have gone past it, and Cam would have, I'm assuming, sort of put his hand up to the side of his face and, no, don't see it, I'm not here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, okay, got that right. There's a bit of a, for lack of a better terms, medieval bus stop, a carriage station, if you will.
Bus stop.
The all too familiar His Majesty's Department of Unemployment. There's a bounty board just out the front of that for anyone who's feeling, a little bit adventurous and like they don't want to waste the sort of clerk's time.
And Centrelink.
Yeah. You got the Alchemist right here.
Where's the church?
Some of you would have gone to. That would be this giant building right here.
Oh wow.
Is that where I learned to be a paladin?
Yeah. Essentially between there and your library.
Alrighty.
Aside from that, you got a general store down around here, selling fruit and veg. You got a butcher.
Did you put the market map in?
You got a baker. No, I wasn't going to utilize it.
Okay.
Got, I think it was Rion's place around here somewhere. His shack.
It was in the slums.
Yep. You got the mayor's estate over here. A bit of a shanty town over here. You actually have a carpenter, a stonemason.
Do I see any familiar when I walk into the church?
As you walk into the church... Sorry, just rustling through pages.
What was the sword you gave me? Was it a rapier? What would you say?
A scimitar. I wrote from the Goblin Shaman, so I don't remember if it was magical or something, or if I was just trying to take note of where I got it from. But yeah, it's a scimitar, as far as I'm aware.
Maybe I should cast Detect Magic on it before I fucking use it.
Yes, you are greeted, or at least you are able to spot, an old human male by the name of Dinya. He's pretty distinctive. He's the only one in there with green hair. And you look forward to a good old-fashioned argument.
An argument, okay.
He's quite argumentative.
I walk in, I'm like, Grindar, how are you? How have you been?
How have I been? Where have you been?
Working for the church.
Oh yeah? What have you been doing for this fine church?
Helping the neighbouring towns and spreading good word about our church and our good deeds.
And what good deeds might those have been?
I like beckon my friends inside. Who wants to come into the church?
See what I mean, boys? Fucking religion. This is why I don't trust it. Biggest building in the whole fucking town, most ritzy shit, and it's all for someone that isn't fucking here.
And
Overhearing you, Dindar will interject.
You know what's right behind the big fancy church? Slums.
Oh.
Boom, I do.
Do you know why those slums exist?
Because people are poor and don't have money and are subjected to civilization instead of being taught how to feed themselves from the lands properly.
Those slums exist
that's right.
because of us. Not instead that we've made it, but we allow them to survive through our charity and hospitality, doing God's work. What have you done, pagan?
Well,
Saved a town.
Together we've saved a town. We've
he's talking to Miles specifically. But
I know, but I interject. Yep. Together
Yeah.
we've saved a town, cleared out a lot of gobbos and a lot of bad men.
I say, look, mate, I have killed and done all the things that these fine people here have said, but equally I've spent the last 2 years travelling through the fucking cities of this place, selling healing selves and helping those exact people that you fucking have sitting at the back of your palace, my friend. So
Strike me more as a snake oil salesman.
oh, my friend. Well, do you have anything that ails you? I could probably heal you better. And I wouldn't have to charge you for it either.
Brancello would never charge me. He takes care of his own, as we spread his joy and his light.
Speaking of, is he here? Is he in?
He is inside all of us.
Yes, he is. Like, yeah, of course.
Gives you a puzzle look.
Yeah. Is the priest in?
Yeah, you're sort of looking at the head priest of the town.
Oh, right. Of course, yeah.
Gives you another puzzled look.
Yep. We have stumbled upon some curses. Was it Gandar? Would you be able to help us?
Dinner.
Dinner, did you say?
Dinner.
As in dinner, as in you eat dinner.
D-I-N-A-R-R.
Dinner.
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 Dinner. Can you help us out, buddy? You help us out.
I read it as a V before.
You help the town out. Spread more word of our Saviour and God.
What town? Why haven't I heard of it?
Justinia, this town.
You haven't been in this town.
But we're from this town. It spreads word about this town.
If you went and gotten yourself cursed, I'm afraid you're spreading the wrong word.
No.
What happened? Who did you cross?
A magical man who bestowed upon us these gifts that we thought they were gifts. They turned out to be cursed gifts. And we cannot remove the curses.
Go figure.
As you know, I haven't really studied enough to remove them myself.
No, you haven't. Been quite absent from your lessons.
Yeah, I'm here. Teach me.
I found a drunk wizard in a pub and he was way more interesting.
Well, I can spend the rest of the afternoon training you, but I don't think I can do anything for your curses, I'm afraid.
I see. Do you know anyone who could?
Sort of, runs his hand through his nice, long, luscious green locks. Sort of thinks to himself for a moment.
Yeah, my shield also, it only gives me halved against ranged weapons attacks. So not piercing or anything like that.
Oh, you sure?
Yep. While holding the shield, you have resistance to damage from ranged weapon attacks.
Snap.
And equally the curse that's attached to it.
Elowenth, the holy man in Altisha. He is a much more devout apostle than I. Should be able to help you.
I thought you had studied the ways of removing curses.
No. I deal more in keeping the scourge of the unholies at bay.
Well, I know that probably curing us of these curses are going to be in the range of me paying you guys to do it. Do you have any idea about how much this is going to cost one of us to do this? We've acquired quite a couple, mate. Alright?
He sort of sucks his teeth a bit. To be completely honest, you're not going to walk away probably for anything less than 1,500 gold pieces.
Would you be able to help us? We're pretty poor for now. We'll come back and pay you, of course. 12 for persuasion.
Alright. One moment.
You know what? I might lucky that.
Paladin holds his knob. You and I both know it's beyond my reach and my authority to assign or divvy out donations.
What of?
I thought you might have gotten a promotion.
What of
Give you
any?
a stink eye?
You are worth it.
What of any work that we might perform to in favor with the church?
Well, For all too long, we've been trying to figure out exactly what is blighting the Howling Forest. If you could figure out any information that we don't already know, I'm sure I could see you to being compensated by his holy church.
Cam, get your really inaccurate map out. Tell him to point out where this forest is.
It's the one to our
Pull out my map.
No, one to our north.
Oh, both of them are labelled Howling Forest, so
No.
it's just all of the forest. Or is it?
On my
really
map,
inaccurate?
one to the north is classified as the Howling
Yeah, I think
Forest.
Cam writ the Howling Forest over the Cypress Forest.
Did I?
And then
What?
the other one is called the Cypress Forest.
Maybe
Cedarwood Forest, sorry.
Did I fuck up, did I?
I can't help us out at all. Maybe we should go ask the priest in Altisha if we can get a deal from him instead.
Well, what I'm thinking is like we do something for them, they pay us, we take that to Altisha. Do some jobs, turn some cash.
We could go to Altisha, there'll be a lot more people to get jobs from to earn cash.
So
That's
if
true.
we can find out and cure a blight in this forest, we get a bit of favour. Or we go talk to the guy that's actually going to cure us.
Go talk to the guy that's actually getting cures.
I asked
Yeah.
where can I pray to Branchella? My memory is affected by these curses.
It must be. He points to a harp that's a bunch of stars, a constellation that are in the shape of a heart. It's an altar over to his left. He's always been there.
Alright, I'll walk over to it. I'm guessing it's like over now. I don't know.
Yeah, right about there.
Yeah.
You praying?
what-
Sure.
Oh, as soon as people start praying and worshipping, I fucking walk out of that.
Yeah.
bastard.
I'm like, cool, let's go shopping.
Got some shows.
Yeah.
What are
Alright.
the rest of y'all doing?
Is there any blacksmiths or jewelers in this town?
There is a blacksmith. Right in front of you.
I would like to go into this blacksmith's.
Oh, would you just? Right.
I'll follow him.
Right. Anyone else going into the blacksmith?
Nah, I don't need anything there.
I want a Fletcher's or a general store.
Yeah, I want general store.
Oops.
Lucky.
Lucky.
Minute.
You're with Amy. Sorry.
Lucky! Oh, Amy.
Fuck it. Yes.
Sorry, I'm just having a bit of trouble finding one piece of paper in particular.
Blacksmith paper.
No, it's the shopkeep's for Jacinia. Sort of integral.
Hello, Baldrin. I know you're related to Cam in some way. My fearless leader here who plans to own the world one day is in to buy some shop from you. I bow. I hope that we can get good deals for Sir Nemington Nemelot. Nemsquire.
What?
I back out to stand at the door, at attention, saluting them.
Alrighty, sorry about that. Alright. Blacksmith is Ethert Shields. As you walk in, greeted by the sight of a young gnome, male. He is the one, the only, Ethert. Yeah, what can I do for you?
All of your gnomes sound the same.
You're racist.
It's uncanny.
No, this one doesn't have the speech impediment the other one did. Jeez. Philistine.
Hello there, friend. I am a
Hello.
young adventurer and traveler, and I've come across a few items that I personally have little use for, but I was wondering if you might be interested in acquiring.
Oh, break it out. Let's see what you got.
I pull out the platinum signet ring. It's like it's just a ring that I came across. It's part of a orc's little collection, and that he'd built up from being a raiding party. So
I believe it.
I have little use for it. Not really my style, that jewelry. So perhaps you would be interested in it. Even if you don't want to sell the ring itself, you could probably melt it down.
Alright. Yes. Let me pass it over here, please. Let me have a look.
Yep, pass him the signet ring.
He puts his little glasses down, has a little bit of a look at it. Yes, this is quite an object, isn't it? How's 20 gold pieces sound?
That sounds fine to me.
Marvellous, sir. It's been a pleasure doing business.
Well, I pipe up and I say, Sir Nemington, Sir Nem of Nemelot Squire, permission to speak, as I salute him.
Indeed.
I have 2 more of these rings if thine is permitted to sell thee.
Whatever.
Sort of raises his eyebrow.
2 identical rings down to the same.
Yep. What was he giving you for the first one? Was it 20?
Yeah.
Yep. Puts another 2 sort of sacks of sacks of gold pieces, each about 20 pieces. Yeah, you some sort of a big shot.
Not particularly, however. They do enjoy making light of that. It is a sort of game to him. He knows that it irritates me so he continues to do it.
Well,
A
what
wise
for.
guy. As you can
Yeah,
imagine.
apparently. So, what else can I do for you?
I take my 40 gold.
There is something else, though I was planning on waiting until I reached Altisha, as they have a much larger market. However, you seem like you could be... It seems suited for you. I pull out light mail, sort of small size thing.
The small plate mail.
Mm-hmm.
Took me a while to realize what you're talking about. He sort of takes it and like compares it to his own torso size. Yeah, good fit. Yeah. Sort of starts looking over it. Yeah. Well, 750 gold sound to you.
I understand that you have to make a profit on this, but 750 gold, that sounds like you're being a little stringent, don't you think?
Roll me persuasion.
What, didn't I press it? There we go.
Ooh, very persuasive.
Press it twice.
Fuck,
Same.
what? Your hacks off. Alright. Yeah. Alright. There's 825 gold pieces sound.
I think I can part with that.
You drive a hard bargain, sir, but I'm glad we can come to an agreement. As he takes a plate mail off you and waddles over to place it on one of his mannequins.
What was that, 825?
825. Is there anything else I could do for you, sir?
I think that will do. I think that'll be all.
Too easy, sir. Hope you enjoy your day. And he sort of goes back to.
As
Smacking
Nem
his little
turns
sword.
around from the counter, I scream at the top of my lungs. Sir Nemington of Nemington Squire is leaving the building! And I do the biggest bow towards Nem and open the door for him.
Do you think you could leave the building now?
I apologize. I'll be walking out.
I do another extravagant bow for Nem as he passes me. I do very right angle turns and march very vividly. And I shut the door vigorously behind me. And just so the guy in the shop can still hear me. The Nemington Squire has left the building! And then I just walk past Nem and give him a slap on the ass.
My favourite part is his name changed every single time.
Yeah, it did, and
Alright.
So I'm gonna go to like a general store.
I'm
Which one's the general store?
equally
General
going there as
store.
well.
Yeah, I'll head in
Still
there as
Oaks
well.
Hut. Oh, sorry, I'll ping it for you.
Oh, we're party shopping, boys. Here we go.
or which ping
Sorry.
for me.
Wrong tab. There you go.
Ah,
Boom.
We all just-
Sweet.
I'll just
Yeah,
pile in.
just-
Charge in.
This ugly bird turns around.
Oh Jesus! No, I'm kidding.
I probably
Still Oaks
bought.
Hut. Yeah. Oh, you're not a pretty
probably-
picture either, bub.
On the way
I
there,
probably-
boys, we go in looking really thirsty. Alright?
Like, want a root thirsty? Or...
However, which way you want to interpret that.
I probably bought from her right at the start of the campaign when I bought like rations and shit. Hey. So I bought a bunch of jerky.
Sorry, I was having a big, deep drink. No, I think you went to the butcher's to get jerky.
You're right. Yes. Anyway, so here.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Good afternoon. Just need to buy some stuff. We're heading out into the
Sir
forest.
Nemington, squat!
I will break you.
My fist just sort of clenches as I contemplate just turning around and punching you in the face.
And, we needed, or what do you reckon, Nem? Like 20 water skins?
Whoa, that many water skins. Wouldn't it be easier just to
Your eyebrow raises.
get a large sort of container of water that we can leave in
Like
the
a
cart?
barrel? Yeah, like
Yeah,
a barrel.
a barrel of water we can leave in the cart, and we can just refill the water skins each
Would-
day.
Do you have a barrel?
Yes, we've got a few out the back.
Cool, would love one of them. Make sure it's clean, please.
How many gallon barrel?
How many gallons in this barrel?
It should be several dozen ounces. About,
Several
I'd
dozen
say-
ounces.
I want gallons here, girl.
it should accommodate at least several hogsheads.
So, let's say 60 gallons. 50-gallon barrel.
A water
Yeah,
skin is
if I-
5 pounds. I will say the barrel is... One moment.
How many days travel will this barrel sustain a party of about 8 for?
It's
Hmm.
not very long.
That's the question.
Well, that's the question I'm asking her.
Eh.
In the building.
Alright, it will be... ...44 imperial gallons, which I believe is 200 litres.
Sweet.
How long will that keep a party of 8 alive for?
Party, a
Well-
character needs 1 gallon per day.
How many
Let's
gallons do you say
Let's
was?
buy 2 of these barrels, and I
We've
can
got-
magically cast water into these things every
Yep.
day.
Two barrels, nice and clean, please. No rotting meat or dirt or anything in them.
They're a little dusty. I'll probably take a few minutes to clean them up. Are you right to wait?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
we
that's
can
fine.
wait. While you're heading back there,
Hmm.
do you see that cart out there that has the frame over the top?
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yeah, we need enough canvas to roof that and probably do like a back flap on it as well.
I see. What kind of material were you looking for, really?
Really just something that's weatherproof, canvas or something along those
Canvas or
lines.
hide.
Yeah,
Okay,
something tough.
something
You know,
weatherproof.
something fancy, but not like I want to get robbed fancy, you know?
More like I don't
She sort of
want the
laughs.
I don't want the rain on my face. Fancy.
I was kind of having that conversation on a nudge Nem with like my little coin purse going ching, 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 just like giving it a little thing like, yeah, shit. You just hear that word on the wind.
She goes out there with like a measuring tape and starts taking measurements. Takes her a few minutes, and she comes back in. I should be able to stitch something up for 5 gold.
Easy sounds good.
Excellent, excellent. It's getting late. Probably come by tomorrow about midday. I should have it ready for you.
Midday.
We'll pick up
Well-
the barrels then too.
Yeah.
Sure thing,
So
sure thing.
looks like we'll be spending the night in town. Also, what do you have in the ways of food stuff that can last several days to weeks on the road?
Got your standard assortment of dried grains and oats, some roots, salted porks and jerkies, such and the like. The butcher would probably have a wider array of meat stuffs.
Oh, well, thanks for the advice. Might grab some like nuts and stuff off you, like a bit of variety to the diet.
Oh yes, very important to alternate your palate.
I'd say like 10 gold worth of nuts.
She gives you 2 rations.
Fuck,
Wait,
nuts
1
are
gold?
expensive.
How many did you say?
10.
10.
10 gold, sorry. She gives you 20 rations. Sort of starts wrapping these little muesli bar looking things up. Little wax-proof paper.
How
those
much would you
rations
charge for
are
100
day.
foot a rope?
100 foot of rope. Let me see what I have in stock. And she sort of looks under the counter. Hempen or silk?
Hmm?
Hempen or silk, sir?
The hell is the difference?
Hemp's tougher.
Alright,
And she points to him. I could do you 100 feet for 2 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Sure thing. She sort of measures up about 100 feet of rope.
And I'll
chops
take
it off.
1 gold worth of dried oats.
Yep, she packages up 2 muesli bars for you.
I'm gonna shit out some silk next time I'm a big spider and we gonna make some rope for you.
That's genius.
I would like to head over to the butcher once they're done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Butcher is over there.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah,
Missed.
that's the alchemist, aren't we now? Yes, I got it.
Whoop, wrong
Did
shot.
we buy
Whatever you eat.
did we buy canvas for a cover for the
Yes.
Yeah,
carriage?
Yeah,
just done.
We gotta pick it up tomorrow.
Him always comes in at the end of the RP, like, did we do this? Yep, cool, got
Just
it.
heating up some food.
Yeah, we're gonna be
walking-
here at least till noon tomorrow.
Walking into the butcher's.
I see.
Walk into the butcher's, little ding 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 with the bell. Old human with grey hair. Turns around. Thought you were a woman. What can I do for you?
You thought who was a woman?
Well, you.
Are you expecting a woman?
No, they just sort of intimidate me. What can I do for you?
Okay. I was looking at getting obviously some meats for the road. Obviously, it would need to be something that could be consumed at a later date and stored somewhere maybe not exactly cool, so dried meats would probably be the easiest and most preferable method.
Yes. I've got a variety of jerky if you want to peruse it.
Jerky would be nice. Is there anything else apart from jerky that you think would be able to last, say, several days on the road?
Some salted fish.
We
I
got
mean,
some
I do have a lot of different kinds of jerky.
How much for like a week's worth of that jerky there, Dal?
So,
Just the standard beef.
Yep, standard beef. Are you allergic to beef, fearless leader?
no.
How much for a week's worth of that beef?
Well, we need
For
about
how many people?
For
8 people, we'll say.
8 people?
8 people.
how much for a fucking 2 kilos of that jerky?
You think 2 kilos is gonna last
8 people.
8 people
Yeah, no.
for a week?
I don't know. I eat good berries for a living, you fucking weirdos. Okay, I'm trying to.
Concept of money.
I'm trying to buy some meat quick.
We'd be looking for around.
To
I'd say
feed your friends and yourself for a week, you need to buy 56.
56 pounds.
Oh no, 56 individual pieces of jerky.
Yep. How much?
Sort of takes a little pencil out from behind his ear, a little piece of graphite, starts scribbling down on some parchment.
Any druid symbols in here telling me this guy's a fucking thief or anything?
I think
No.
that would be if there's any thieves' cant, if there was anything. I am keeping an eye out. Any,
What's
druids work?
any sign of
What's
thieves'
amazing
cant?
is this guy worked off the top of his head how many pieces of jerky would need to feed 8 people for a week, but he can't work out the maths on how much that costs off the top of his head.
No, I'm waiting for you guys to stop talking.
I did a basic sort of thing. If we're like, we need 1 pound of food a day. If we have like some vegetables and nuts and everything in it as well, we'd need about half a pound of meat per day.
Or I could burn
So,
whatever
if
those
we bring-
magical things are. And
We bring,
feed
like,
us all.
9 pounds of meat, just in case for like, I don't know.
In case we run out of spell slots.
It's 28 gold pieces, by the way.
I think I can cover that.
And yep. So you're just getting the standard beef jerky.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Here I am, watching you spend money on food, and I do quotation marks in the air, when we could have an airship with that 25 gold.
don't know
Times that
what- I don't-
25 gold by several 100,000, and yes, you're right.
I don't know what sort of airship you freaking want to get for 25 gold, but I would rather not eat bland good berries for the rest of my life.
That's not a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
You can eat your good berries, we'll eat the good shit, okay? Cool.
Was there anything else I can do for you, gentlemen?
What is this?
Do you have any magical items for sale?
You
It
heard of
sort of gives you a
something-
real weird look.
Magical steak.
Fucking butcher.
Have you heard of the Afterlife special?
Close the door behind you, please.
Oh.
He sort of takes his tray of meat out from behind the counter. If you're looking for something a little more robust, take a sample.
Meth. It's meth, isn't it?
It looks like meat.
What the fuck's going on in here? Why do we gotta close the door? Are we all
Looking at
speaking
it.
Elvish again? This is weird.
Does that look like
take a sample.
human meat?
Roll me a medicine check.
Yeah, go on then. Let me try to see what meat that is as well. I'll give you advantage if you want.
Yeah,
Okay,
give him
I'll take that.
advantage.
Take that advantage.
Shit.
Okay, 14.
You got no idea what meat that is. Looks like beef.
What
Screw it.
kind? I'll ask him. What kind
I'll
of
take-
meat is this?
I'll take a bite.
You take a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little bit gamey, salted. You don't really, drop dead or anything. It's nothing like that.
What is it?
If if you have to ask, I shouldn't be telling you.
I have a fairly strong idea. I know of what.
And then he gives Nem a bit of a look.
Is this a ginger? Did you chop up a ginger?
What's a ginger? Like the
Him a
root?
ginger?
He's referring to someone with red hair.
Oh. No.
Definitely a ginger.
So,
I'll try some.
so you reach into the tray and grab some. Salty and gamey.
Eating more.
How
So-
illegal is this stuff? Where can we get more?
You like it, eh?
Right here.
Oh.
It's a little more expensive, as it is a little more robust, but can't put a price on quality. So, how many pounds were you down for?
I'll grab 1 pound. We're hitting the road soon, so eat it while it's fresh.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Just a gold, please.
Give him a gold in the
Yep.
form of silver pieces.
Can I
Counts it.
insight check what the fuck's going on in front of me here?
If you want.
How many pounds of freaking meat did we get, just so I can add to my inventory? Like, you said 56 pieces, but how many pounds is that of jerky?
Oh, that's, yeah, 1 pound, I should have said.
1
Because
pound.
each one of them is 1 ration.
Okay, so how many is it? So how heavy? 56, okay.
Oh, how heavy? They're each a pound, yeah. Because 1 ration is 1 pound.
Yep, sweet.
Oh, no, sorry, each ration is 2 pounds. My bad, I'm on drugs.
That's like 100 and something.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna chuck that in the cart or it's gonna break my back.
Too much meat. Miles, you get the hinting suspicion that there is some seriously shady and perhaps illegal shit going down right in front of you.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna leave.
Now that
It was a pleasure doing business.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. And he
Once
sort of
they've
takes the
left.
tray and puts it under the counter.
I'll stay once they've left. Be like, so I bought it. What is it?
I'm gonna load the meat into the freaking cart, so I got 56
I'm
pounds.
staying for this fucking bombshell.
I see Nam, I'm like, where have you guys been?
We've been gathering supplies. We've got 2 barrels of water that will be getting delivered tomorrow. We'll be getting the cart canvas tomorrow, and I just recently grabbed about a week's worth of meat, just in preparation for when we hit the road.
Steak?
So beef, various kinds of jerkies. We'll see.
Sweet.
I've got enough cooking utensils. We can probably heat it up and cook it and probably hydrate a little bit of it. We'll see what it turns out to be. Oh, and I think something is going to be happening down in the butcher's, depending on how they react to finding out what exactly they bought and ate.
By the way,
I'm gonna head to the butcher's.
You go ahead and do that.
There's a bear on the counter eating Conan and some other person.
Right,
Good afternoon.
back to the butcher's.
Is he gonna tell me what I bought?
Hey, how you going?
He's already told you. If you need to ask, you shouldn't have been in here.
Well, I bought it, and so I'm hoping to convince him to tell me what it is now. 'Cause I have-
Persuasion?
Yeah. It's in my possession. I want to know if I'm in trouble for something.
Needs to know if he has to hide it.
That's
from
the
Popo
wrong
police.
one. Persuasion.
I probably wouldn't walk around with it.
Mate,
Cool.
that is not even meat. It's like, fuck, I don't even know. Poo or something.
I'm like wondering what the fuck's going on. Wouldn't
You
walk
ate it.
around with what?
You ate it off that plate. Don't worry. Don't worry. Some weird, cool meat.
I
It
gather.
is getting late and I will be closing.
I just want to buy some steamed hams. Do you have some steamed
Oh.
hams?
Yes, we do have steamed hams.
How much are these steamed hams?
About 5 gold.
Oh my god. How long would they, take to expire?
Ooh. Well, as we all know, they are boiled, so they do last quite a while. I'd say you'd probably get 2 days out of them.
I'll buy about 10.
Sure thing. It's 5 gold.
5 gold it is.
My jaw is on the floor with how much gold people are spending on food, and I'm just like,
I have fucking steamed hams, dude.
Yeah, I know, but you know how I do that David Attenborough, Miles watches the life of humans, just sitting there watching it like a doco. That's what this store has been for me again.
And then I just asked, do you have any human penises?
Roll persuasion.
No, I say to myself in my head.
I can't say I do, I'm afraid.
Well, if you hear of any,
Got a bit of nutsack or gooch?
let me know.
Don't mind it.
I wouldn't mind having some.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's leave.
Yes, good day to you.
Have you got any cow penis, though?
Will goats do?
And I walk out.
I go back to Nem and I'm like, that guy was really nice. He wasn't strange.
I put 20 rations worth of nuts into the cart.
Nam.
Yes.
Nam. What is
You
it?
stored something on the cart.
What is it, Nam?
What is what?
The shit I saw you buy off that weird guy. You said some secret passcode Ocean Atlanta or some bullshit.
I didn't
Pulled out.
Where'd you put the meat?
I didn't purchase anything from him after I mentioned that.
Yeah, but you triggered it and you made him. What is it?
Look, does it really matter? I walk up to the food and just purify. I start the ritual to purify the food.
Yeah,
In the middle of town?
I can guarantee
Sure.
you purifying the food won't make any difference. It's not. There's nothing. The food isn't laced with anything.
Yeah, it seemed like some illegal shit.
Are you honestly that dense?
Yep. I'm a bear. I'm more intelligent.
Please, let's discuss this in the open bloody center of town, yeah? Cool.
Just whisper it in my ear, and I promise I'll keep it a secret.
Is there a Fletcher in this town?
As the
Hey,
gentleman
Fletcher,
said,
double
if you
check.
really need it to be explained, you don't need to know.
Well, I kind of have a pound of it.
It's one of the gayest cliches I've ever heard. I'm just gonna say, just for your little club there that you got going on.
It's called the Life After Death Special. What do you think that means?
Okay. Well,
That really could be interpreted to any meat ever because it's always dead things.
Is this the kind of stuff that Shia LaBeouf would be into?
Is it meat that's still alive?
No, it's very much dead.
I'm out of ideas then.
Is this some Shia LaBeouf enjoyment?
Yeah, I was about to say, is it Shia LaBeouf?
Does it taste like Shia LaBeouf with my cloak?
Or is it something
It does
he'd
not
enjoy?
taste like Shia LaBeouf.
Is it something
I don't-
he'd enjoy?
I'd imagine he'd enjoy it very much.
Okay, I'm just gonna like ditch it somewhere. Just like, nope.
alright, where's an inn?
I said, is there a Fletcher? Let me go first.
There is not a Fletcher. The closest thing to that would be a carpenter.
Does he make arrows? I doubt it. Go in.
Do you need arrows? I have heaps.
Yeah,
I have 72.
yeah,
I have 22. I have enough to keep me on for a while.
I found like heaps when we did that frickin' red brand thing, and then I swapped from frickin' bow and arrow to crossbow.
Yep.
I
had 118 at one point.
On the way to where we're going, I want to just quietly go to Nam and be like, are you a Shia LaBeouf, man?
Did I purchase any of it? Did I?
No, but you asked for it, bud. You did it. Why do you know that? Why?
At the time, I wasn't quite aware. I just knew about it because there was some inscriptions In the doorway of his shop.
No shit, there was druid circles that I missed.
Not druid circles. I don't read druidic. But criminals and other enterprising individuals, we leave messages.
What? And so that's what? I'm assuming it's human meat. Come on. I'm not that much of a dick.
Well, if that's what you think, that's likely the case.
No. Are you in on this cult? Come on now. You being vague as shit, Nemi McNeminston, fearless leader who eats fucking people. I'm a druid.
You eat people.
I'm also a people. You might eat me.
Nem,
You've
how about
eaten
this?
ridiculous amounts of people.
I haven't eaten any people. I've literally actually. I
Those
lied.
red brands, you took
Yeah,
chunks out of several
Yeah,
of
but
them.
I didn't. I only ate maybe like a whole arm in my. I spat most of them out.
Come on, cannibals. Wait, come on, calm down.
Nem, how about this? If you tell me and Miles what it was, Miles isn't allowed to call you fearless leader anymore.
It's human meat.
Cool. Miles, you're not allowed to call him fearless leader anymore.
That was a good deal, but I didn't make that deal. So
I don't care.
I bow and I say, fearless leaders, lead on.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry. Give it time, and I'm sure you'll be made into a fearless leader as well.
I think
Fuck
he
off.
just did because he said fearless leaders plural, and so
Oh, look.
I'm afraid that just happened.
So who to you is your fearless leaders?
Right, where's an inn in this town? Let's keep going.
Yeah, where's the inn?
You
Cameron,
should
you used to
know,
live
gentlemen.
here.
Run.
Yeah, I'm going straight there right now.
Alright. You just going to the same inn you guys went to last time?
I've never been. Well, I have been here.
Well,
I
yeah, but...
I
yeah,
should
This
know.
way, guys.
I
Come
should
on.
know as well, but I don't.
This way.
Yes,
Which
let's
way?
go.
Wherever Duke's gonna try.
Okay,
Where
you're actually
got
gonna
the
do it.
ping.
Assuming where
Oh,
Varys
yes.
is. Yeah.
Totally this way.
Nope.
I picked the wrong building. I was thinking the wrong fucking town. What is that building name that I went to? Is that the other inn?
I have no freaking idea. I've
That's
never
the
been here.
dentist.
You went into like a weird
a
area
gay bar.
sort of behind the general store.
What is this area here?
Where?
I'm thinking.
The dentist.
Yeah, that's the dentist.
Is that not?
Place sells gnome erotica.
I swear I made that for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Ye old smut shop.
I fucked up somewhere.
It's actually burlesque interests.
Oh, is that the name of it? Okay, I'll have to go there sometime. Get some reading material for the road.
All we hear from the covered cart is
Don't look in!
my
Don't look
shame!
I think we brought the horses over and they're like tied up out the front of the inn, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do believe so. And one moment. I just gotta grab a map that somebody made with lots of love.
Did make it with lots of love.
I wasn't planning on using it this weekend, but
Everyone's at the inn.
yep, everybody made it.
Oh yes, we get 6th level.
Next week, probably.
We'll probably leave town and there'll be like Charlebuffs right there.
Just waiting at the town limits.
We go to
could
the
just
inn
start a
and the
fight
innkeeper
in
sold us
town.
out to Charlebuff.
Hey,
We could just start a fight in town right now.
Start a fight in the inn, you reckon?
Yep.
Every patron and the bartender morphs into a Shia LaBeouf.
roll initiative, bitch.
Yeah, if I taste any fucking people that taste like chicken with my cloak, man, we know. Anything that isn't a chicken that tastes like chicken, that's sus as shit.
Getting moided.
Yeah, with my little cloak there, 'cause I have eaten people before, does it taste like people, that meat?
Yeah, I would say it does.
Fucking motherfuckers.
Alrighty.
Like, I eat people, but I don't do it like culty and secretly, you know?
I do it out in the open where everyone can sort of see me.
Yeah, like, I'll tell you when I'm gonna eat you.
Hey, pub mat.
Oh, it's so lovingly crafted.
Yep.
I
I wouldn't
walk,
know.
I walk in and I just cry a little bit for the floor, and then I step over him.
Didn't even notice that.
And yeah, I cry a little bit more.
My God.
The
it's
scale.
So, it's
Yeah, I
so
know.
massive.
Jay, you didn't match the scale.
Built by an ogre.
The tables are the size of horse carriages.
Horses the size of table carriages.
Whoa, everything. Earthquake! Earthquake!
We're all dead.
Everybody
Anyone
lie
in
down.
here, run.
Get under the table.
As everyone runs out, I loot the cash register.
Hey. That's my job. Who's the rogue here?
No, shh, you go. You just try and rob people as they run out.
Oh, look at my
Pickpocket
pretty
them
inn.
when they run.
Alright, you reach the really... the weary run... the
Weary wanderer.
weary wanderer. There we go. And you see a familiar face. It's Drock, the orc. About middle-aged, behind the counter. Still
Why is there
missing
no
those
doors in
fingers.
these toilets? I'm gonna take a dump, and everyone that's taking a bath will be able to have a nice view.
Yep. He sort of gives you a stern nod as you enter.
Walk up to him,
For a room.
ask him for a room and a bath.
Sitting on the
Ooh,
bar stool
bath.
at least. See, I'm a good person.
Sorry about that. 5 gold, boys.
5 gold each?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I can't afford that. Dead set.
I'll shout
Oh
out.
well, fearless leader, you got us covered, right?
I walk up to him and I'm like, come on, man, we've been in here before. We can't really afford those prices, but you know, we're
Hey,
worth it.
man, I'm totally broke.
Roll persuasion?
Is, it
Ooh.
is there any cheaper rooms where there's like multiple beds?
Yeah, there's bunk rooms.
How much for a bunk room?
Bunk room, I'll let you have it for 2 gold.
We'll get some bunk rooms then.
Yep.
How many beds per bunk room?
We'll
you
probably
got the
drag a
math
few in if you guys
bunk
are
room.
strapped for cash.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, we're strapped for cash.
How many of us
alright.
is there? Is there like 3? Six
Well,
of us?
Jack's sleeping in the carriage, Rion's sleeping in the carriage, Blake's sleeping in the carriage,
Bear's sleeping in
Bear's
the
sleeping in the
carriage.
carriage. So there's only actually about, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you?
Yeah, 5.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 gold each. Drag a few beds around. How's that sound?
Yeah,
We'll
I
get
can-
3 rooms, 2 bed per room for 2 gold per room.
Would it be cheaper if I
That's
help?
th- 6 gold
If I
total.
help drag the beds?
No.
I think I can cover the 10 gold for all of us. I might have enough.
What
But we
about
don't
you?
have to pay per person if we're sleeping in bunk rooms. You think you just pay for the room.
Well, there's also the insurance when we inevitably break everything. Have you met us?
Mm. Gives him a
Yeah.
stern look.
Last pub we were in,
I-
the guy tried
I
to kill me
I
in my
jingled the
sleep.
10 gold. You put the 10 gold here.
Done.
Slam it down the table. All right, so we get a room and we all get a bath.
What
about
Bath
food?
through there, as he points through the door.
That,
Is there
this
anyone
ten-
else in this tavern?
This 10 include the breakfast.
He goes back to polishing glasses.
We have so much food, I don't think we need breakfast.
Fair
Um,
point.
Yeah, you look around, there's a few labourers.
Anyone of interest in the tavern?
No, I wouldn't say anyone of overly... No, nothing that stands out. A couple of sort of tattered clothes, raggy clothes, overalls, maybe a poncho. Nothing.
What's the atmosphere like? Is that everybody just quiet, heads down, or
Yeah, everybody's quiet, heads down, a little bit of hushed chatter over in the corners.
Any of them taste like chicken?
None of them taste like chicken. They all
Right.
taste like sort of sweat and dirt.
I like
Going for
that.
bath.
do you want to get this place going and like get some music happening in here, lads?
Well, while he's in the bath, I'm gonna go take a dump in this toilet so he can see me.
You have a Don't do that, man. He
Are
might.
you rolling intimidation?
I'm starting to fat.
Alright.
They,
I'll
as
fap
they
on
go
it. At
in
least I'm not
there,
underwater.
as they go in there and he starts taking a dump and gets in the bath, I'm gonna hold my breath and then transform into a giant octopus and jump into the other bath in full view of old mate.
Is my dick size bigger than Cam's? Can I intimidate him just by dick size?
What did you roll for that?
What'd you get?
Let me get it out the sheet.
I think Cam's wasn't that impressive. I think it was like a 9 or an 8.
Cam's was a 9. Who's asking if their dick was bigger?
Zeus.
Me, Zeus.
Zeus. Yeah, you got a plump 15.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit
You
there.
easily got double the dick he does.
I'm like trying to line it up so I can see one of Miles' tentacles lining up with Jane, just imagining it and just fucking going even harder.
How very oriental of you.
Hey man.
Alright, I'm finished my shit. I'm gonna have to wash off. Just gonna jump straight in his water.
Yeah, you just wash it off in the water.
I didn't realize you were being this forward with me, Varys.
You know, his husband's out in the carriage, not the cart.
Just like it's just a body. It's just nature. Get over it, mate.
Yes.
I'm sure you've seen plenty in your
As
time.
the giant octopus is like frolicking around in the tub next to you.
What are the patrons in the bar doing?
Well, it's still just hushed sort of chatter. Everyone's sort of minding their own business. And it's sort of like the afternoon. Sort of patron rush is coming to a bit of a close as you guys have walked in. It's really only a couple barflies and a couple labourers cutting it late.
I'll get out of the bath when I'm done. And I make sure to not be an octopus when I
Oh.
come back out.
I am going.
Alright. Varus.
I'm gonna chuck a piss in the bath.
Yep, while you're chucking a piss, you actually notice the paladin trying to very sneakily put this big glob of shit in your hair. He sort of realized you looked at him, and he looks at you.
Let's jump out the bath.
Serious.
Wow. Oh, I also jump out the bath.
You say wow after you were just saying you're pissing in the water with me.
Hey, it's one thing to piss in like 100 liters of water. It's another thing to try and wipe shit in my hair, you prick.
After jumping in the water to wash your asshole in my bath water. Don't try and act like a victim.
Your bath water. It looks like a fucking communal bath to me, you prick.
No, I paid for this. You can have your own bath when the maids change the water.
I walk up to the bartender like, man, how often do you change that bath water?
Wait, you don't even know about this.
I don't, but I saw you go in there, and I just know you in general.
I just have
Usually,
to laugh with Cam and walk out. Let's go
every
get a
other
drink.
day if it hasn't changed color.
Okay.
I walk
You
up
need
to
a
the
drink,
bar.
little fella?
I need a drink.
Yes, please.
You need a spirit, an ale. We got beer from Pythos.
I think an ale would do fine.
Okay. Sort of goes back to one of the barrels behind him. Honey mead, 2 gold. No, 2 silver, sorry.
I was about to say, I'm like,
What?
Yep,
I'll have a scotch.
I'll have a honey
Okay.
mead as well.
take that. Take the honey mead.
Honey mead, 2 silver. And he places it down in front of you.
I give him 1 gold and expect a lot of fucking change.
I can understand how it would work against.
Gives you a
like,
frustrated glare.
I can
I've
understand
only
how
got 1 gold, buddy.
Ask him how much a keg of meat would be.
a keg of mead.
Yeah, I want to buy
How
it
much
for
is 1
bear.
gold for compared to silver?
10 silver.
What's EP?
Electrum.
Electrum pieces. It's supposed to be a foreign currency, but in my world, everyone uses gold.
Another
Okay,
gold.
so
Does
8
your
silver.
gold
Is
have
that
a
what I get
black-
back?
Yeah. No, sorry, 7. Cause it was 2 silver. So yeah,
2
8
silver.
eight
And I get
yeah.
a gold.
I'll take a scotch. And while he's getting that ready, the
Where
bear
did the
and
little fella go?
the pig's head. You kill them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I used to be a hunter. It's where I lost these, and he pulls up his fingers, and he's missing about 4 of them over 2 hands.
Yeah, where were you hunting?
Bit of the stillwood, bit of cypress. It's the kind of game you can beat with your bare hands. He sort of gives a regretful
Nice.
sigh to what's left of his.
Yeah, Stillwood's a tough place. We've did a little bit of Stillwood. It's tough.
There are a lot of deaths out there.
Yeah, they don't all stay dead though.
He sort of raises his eyebrow as he
And I
passes
leave it
you
at
a
that.
scotch. That's 4 silver.
I gotta go to bed, boys.
Alrighty.
Here.
Have a good night.
No.
We've still got 4.
Don't earn XP without me or I'll kill you.
Let's go level up. Push until we level up.
But yeah, cheers to the game.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Cheers.
Yeah. I stayed at the bar and I'm like, so, what's for a keg?
User disconnected from your channel.
How much would it be for a keg? 1 moment. Just doing some quick math.
Yeah, take a keg in the cart. Jesus Christ, we're gonna be smashed the whole fucking time.
It's for Bear, so he's not just seeking alcohol all the time.
Yeah.
20 gold to throw in the keg.
I'll give you 21 if you deliver it to the room.
Wait, don't you want it in the cart?
Nope, because people steal it overnight.
He knows. There's a lot of stairs. 22.
Done.
Okay. I'll be up a couple hours when rest of the lobby sort of clears out.
Do me a favor and make it one of your best barrels, or
I'll even
Alright.
sign it for you.
yes.
I sit down and ask bloody... What is this guy's name? Conan and Tom. How they joined up with the party. Where they joined this party.
We met up in this town actually, doing a job for a dwarf who ended up getting kidnapped and killed.
Oh.
I met up
Yeah.
with him a little bit later. But we had similar objectives, similar goals, so we stuck together, and yeah, it's just something that's worked out, so I haven't really left.
We've survived so far, so if it ain't break, don't fix it.
Yep.
Have they ever tried to fuck you over?
They?
Hey,
The rest of the team? Anyone else
Oh,
on the team tried
right,
to fuck you?
so...
In
I'm sitting right there.
more pesky ways than anything. Bad decision making, but that's about the worst of it.
But
What
not
is
like
it?
life-threatening, just
No.
fucking around.
oh well. I mean, you can't blame him, but there is the party member you haven't met yet with the curse that
Yeah.
kind of goes into a homicidal rage.
I raise an eyebrow looking across the table.
Yeah, it's that one of the curses we're looking to get rid of.
One of the previous encounters, I think he spent about a good 20 or so seconds just punching me repeatedly in the face while I was trying to fight off someone else. So,
Awesome. I will
Yeah.
make sure to put hold person in my spell reservoir.
That's
That
a
might
good
come in
idea.
handy.
So far, he's just been asleep for like the past 4 days. I think he has fallen into a bit of a light coma.
Was with assistance? Question mark.
No, he just like went to sleep one night and didn't wake up again. He might be dying. We don't know.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Right.
yeah, I've been
Any,
meaning to
any
ask-
questions for the lovely elf?
Yeah, what exactly are your plans once, you say you're meeting up with family in Altisha? Are you just staying in Altisha? Yeah.
Or are you,
What exactly?
or are you joining the airship foundation?
Well, the Airship Foundation has definitely, piqued my ears.
I
But
mean,
I will
Piqued
see
your
what
ears
it's
or
like to
got
meet
them?
up with my family.
Peaked your ears or gotten your ears talked off?
Yeah, one or the other. If it keeps
Admittedly-
coming up every single, 2 minutes, maybe I won't be so interested. But,
Yeah.
if it's just one of
admittedly-
those achievable goals, then I might be more considerate.
We're all somewhat interested in the airship, but admittedly some are more interested than others.
Well, making money and traveling the world quite easily would be good.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
quite.
It's definitely a big investment, but once we get it, if we get it, life will be a bit easier. Instead of spending weeks on the road, we can spend days.
In the air,
Well-
sleeping safely.
Oh yeah, Duke.
Yo.
You're gonna have to figure out a way for the characters to actually play sort of card games, because I've got a freaking like poker. I got like an actual freaking like card deck. But, like, how would a bunch of PCs end up playing that? Like, I can understand, using
It's built
rolls
into
against-
this.
using rolls and.
Is it built into this?
Yeah, you can
I
show.
was just going to incorporate a series of D20 rolls.
Oh, whoa, what's that? Oh, that's cool.
So I've got 6 cards.
Oh, that's cool, actually. Yeah, there is a way.
So you can click on the deck on the right, draw 6 cards.
Where are they though? I can't.
So click on the number above your name, and then you can drag the cards
Oh,
down
yeah.
onto the screen to display what's in your hand.
Oh yeah.
Well, now we've got 12 cards.
The only problem is, so to get rid of it, you have to click the collections button next to the setting cog, and under decks you've got to hide your playing cards. How to get them completely out of your hand, I have never worked out. I'm pretty sure you just have to like throw them and get rid of them that way. Also, if you click on other people's decks, you can try and steal them.
Wait, what?
Try?
Yeah, like if I click steal card, pretty sure it just throws you a sleight of hand. It whispers to GM sleight
Cameron
of hand.
wants,
Yep.
and it says to me, Cameron wants to steal this card from your hand.
Ah, yeah,
And I
you,
say,
so it failed
no
the sleight of
way.
hand. Denied. Uh-oh.
It's crazy. Now the entire screen is just filled with all our trading cards.
Yeah, just click and delete them, or you can drag and delete.
Alright, so that's how it works.
But yeah,
So you playing cards, Nim?
Let's get rid of them all. For now. And
Yeah,
then
we won't
can-
play cards now.
Oh, why not? Well, yeah, true. Maybe not now.
You're the only one with proficiency, you big cheat.
oh, we've just all deleted ourselves. Fuck.
Whoops.
I didn't delete myself.
Hey, thanks,
Close.
It was
students.
half decent.
we were just deleted from existence. How do you steal cards?
Gotta click on someone's deck. So click on Conan's deck, like the
Oh,
number
yeah.
above his name. Yeah.
Wait, we need that, Conan.
How does stealing work?
Oh, it sends a
I'm pretty sure it does a.
sleight of hand versus their.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
their passive perception.
Yeah.
Where was to hide the cards?
Collections, where you put your macros. And under decks, there'll be a hide button next to your playing cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I've still got like them
Ah,
above my
The only way I know how to get rid of that is to literally drag them out and then delete them.
Yeah, drag them all into a pile and then just hide them all and delete them.
I did that, but in the end I ended up still having 12 cards.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it just keeps adding. I'm trapped.
Hopefully there's a way to fix it.
Now I can't get rid of the freaking screen, like all cards in hand for Conan.
Click on his deck.
Alright, there we go.
I'm not sure why you can't get rid of the 12 cards, Conan.
That's funny as fuck.
Maybe it's because we're freaking in the process of stealing half of his cards.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably. Yeah, and I've got a 3 of clubs and a joker just stuck on my screen now.
Oh shit.
I cannot see that.
Maybe refresh your browser. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see that either.
Alright, well, if there's no fights to be had in here and there's no interesting people, let's go upstairs and
Gay out.
sleep. So we
Yeah,
can fucking
yeah,
start
I mean,
traveling.
Oh no, the cards are still there. Yeah, cool. Is the in the room?
Are you gonna swap maps or are we just gonna imagine it?
I guess I'll upload the next map for you.
Oh,
Yes!
Gonna have a brawl in the bed. Pillow fight!
Yeah, why not? Middle of the night brawls.
bitch, I'm a monk. I got freaking proficiency in unarmed. I'll take you all down.
But are you proficient in pillow?
Yeah, that's an improvised weapon,
Yeah,
technically.
but I'm not proficient in improvised weapons.
Can I
I'll just
cast
sticky tape.
fireball in my other hand while holding the pillow on one?
I'll just stick.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
I'll just tie up frickin' the pillows to
How
my
mad
fists.
would he be if we burn the house down?
Oh.
I'd imagine pretty pissed.
Probably appear on your bill.
So show your deck, Conan, out of your collection. There should be a way to recall all. Click the deck itself.
That's right, they're gone now. I restarted the
Oh,
browser.
okay.
It's all gone now, so.
Yeah.
OG in the B.
I realised I probably should have put those maps in the folders when I sent them to you, because I just fucking piled them all on you.
Oh, that's cool, man.
On my screen, they're all like in nice, neat little folders, and I'm like, oh, I didn't do that.
It is all good in my hood. Loving this fucking Gwent music.
I feel like there should be a trombone in this.
Go ahead, Nikam.
Right, I just join in.
Alright, your standard song, I'm assuming?
Oh, I got it. I'll just figure it out, fuck it.
Pulling out your trombone.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Flight of Bumblebee.
You still hear them both? Is that what we just happened?
Yeah. And then Cam said he wanted to play over the top.
All I can hear now is the bloody flute music again.
Isn't this what you wanted?
I wanted to hear his trombone going off.
Just the trombone then. You get a
Definitely
few
an
angry
orchestra in
yells
that.
as you sort of go up to the top of the inn, sort of playing your trombone. Some people sort of banging on the doors, on the walls, I should say.
I'm not playing it well, that's for sure.
Alright, and you paid for 2 rooms with 2 beds, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it?
I think
3
Nem
rooms, 2
paid.
beds each?
Nem,
3 rooms with 2
Nem
beds?
paid in the end, but
Yeah.
Got 1, 2, 3. Everybody divvy up who you sleeping with, I suppose?
By the way, we're still looking at the other map.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I did a Zeus.
That was me non-stop. Fucking hell.
Yeah, right.
Shotgun not with Cam, because he's crazy.
Because he's a faggot.
I'm
gonna
not
go with the
crazy,
short
come
little
on.
ginger guy, 'cause actually no, short little ginger guy's a thief. I'm gonna go with fucking the Archer boy. Archer boy, follow me.
Actually, no, he's
Okay.
a thief.
Which rooms are we going to?
I'm going with someone with Archer boy.
You've basically rented out every room that has 2 beds. So take your pick.
After hearing Conan call me crazy, I'm gonna just go into their room and set up a bedroll.
You gonna
Me and
prove
Arcon
me
move
right?
room to the end.
Damn right.
Far end.
Yep. Far
Wait,
out.
which room has the barrel? Has the
He
keg?
hasn't brought it up yet. He
Oh.
said it'll be up later.
I'm not gonna go to bed until I see the keg.
I'm not going to bed until I can see the keg.
Why didn't we just hire the one room with 5 beds? That would have been so much easier.
That's what you asked for, Joe.
He didn't offer it. I'm gonna slap him.
You
Demand
can
a
probably go
refund.
down there and, renegotiate.
I'm gonna go downstairs and
Then we need to be near Cameron.
ask him which room he's gonna have the keg in.
You can go down there, and because I can't be fucked changing the map just for you. What can I do for you?
Hey, which room are you placing my keg in? Which is my room, I guess.
Whichever one you want.
Which would be the most convenient for you to deliver the keg?
Probably the closest one to the stairs.
That's my room, the one with
Pick the
a bunch of
one
beds.
over here.
That's the one with Nem.
Ah, alright.
Yeah, it's Nem's room.
It's not Nem's room.
You can pick either of them.
I see.
It is some
We should be-
stranger's room.
Fucking take 2 gold back for the room we didn't use, prick.
Oh no, because Miles is still sleeping in one.
Oh, Miles is sleeping in this one.
Miles probably here.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go into my trance-like state and meditate for 4 hours.
Sure thing. And what are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm gonna go down to Cam's room and ask if I can borrow his trombone for the following 4 hours. No, I'm kidding.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't know about you,
Snoozing.
but I like to sleep at night.
Do you want some help?
Just
Help
sit,
sleeping.
sit
Have
on the bed
fun.
and just stare while meditating at Conan.
I take little to no notice of your foolery.
I take off my my heavy armor and go to bed.
Sure thing.
We're gonna get attacked in the middle of the night. You're not gonna have your heavy armor.
Alrighty. So you're all having a little kip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we'll have a short break there, because I need to take a little bit of a piss. You guys need to grab a drink, grab and eat. Do it now. Burp.
Oh shit, son.
I only need 4 hours rest. I could like wake up at 4 hours, cast sunlight.
Hmm. Very good. I just wanna roll out my bedroll and go to sleep. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm wrong with GM, but I got 20. Actually, I got 23. Me, I got 23. $23. 23. I sent it to GM by mistake. Oh, god damn it. Well. Alright, 18. Oh, wait, without my armor, I actually haven't worked it out. Yeah. 10 plus your dex, 13. 13. Yeah, it's fine. So, no, it's all in the other room. I would honestly say no. Oh, okay, alright. Well, first of all, as an action, I want to work out if he's undead. Alright. And then I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself as a bonus action. And walk straight in front of him. And end my turn.
Is 31.
1.
17.
That'll hit.
23.
So
Yeah, I'll just calculate it right at the
54. End. I'm just keeping a running tally. 54.
And that'll hit.
That'll definitely hit.
54. 60. No, sorry. 76. 82. 20.
Alright, so what was the total?
The 20 plus 20 plus 22 is 62. And then we've got 3 and 8 is 11, so that's 73. And then 3 and 6 is 9, so it's 81.
81 damage.
See,
Fuck you, Jimmy!
I killed you once before, I'll do it again.
You loose these arrows in quick unison, just thump, thump, thump. And you guys watch, except for Nem, because he's not here. Watch these arrows just thump, boom, boom, through his head, through his chest, through his heart, hitting all these vital organs. He's taking some serious damage. These arrows are almost coming out the other side of him. And he sort of just stands there, spits a bit of blood. Varus, you're up.
Okay.
Oh shit, son.
Developed a resistance to arrows.
I am going to cross the room to Conan. And I'm going to touch his quiver.
Ooh.
This is
Ooh.
Notice there's a... Actually, no, I can't say that I'm asleep. I'm
Hey,
dreaming.
why are you asleep?
This is a horrible idea. Fire arrows.
It's done.
No wooden.
It's done.
Freaking.
Yeah, you'd be right.
Right.
I then use my bonus action. Wait, is it? Fuck, it is 2. Yeah. Can I draw a sword with a bonus action?
You can draw a sword with a free action.
Yeah, it's a free action. It's just holstering a weapon and drawing another one takes a full action. Oh, holstering a sword, full stop, takes a full action. Or it's holstering a weapon.
I'm gonna draw my
I think the term you're looking for is sheathing.
Anything. I'm going to draw my longbow out then.
What? Oh, your Varus, yeah. It's like, what the fuck were you just using? Yep.
My anus.
I can use the longbow the whole time. I haven't fired an arrow.
Wait.
And so then I can fire an... Nope, that's an action, so I'm just gonna hold it. Can't use a bonus action to fire an arrow, can I?
No, sir. Alright.
Everyone's using longbows to fire across a room.
Yeah.
And with that, Jimmy's just gonna scream like a madman, "Murderer!" as he runs up to you, and he's gonna hit you with a multi-attack. Conan. Where did I leave that d20? There it is.
Was that loud enough for me to wake up?
Roll me a perception with disadvantage.
Does magic lights go through walls?
I would like the lights themselves or the light from the lights.
Like if I cast daylight in this room, am I gonna cast daylight for 60 feet or just for the fucking room?
Oh, just for the room.
That room
Damn
is
it.
gonna be so bright.
It'd like light up the window, I guess.
Well,
Alrighty, and he's gonna hit you with a multi-attack. Let me just roll this. Instead of making it big dice, they made it a bunch of little fucking dice.
Wait, he moved past me, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
You doing anything?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
Alrighty.
Got your thing up.
Alrighty, and... That's a nat 20.
Excellent. I'm going to rebuke that nat 20.
Woo-wee! Alrighty.
14.
that's gonna be some serious damage coming back on him.
And it comes back as radiant.
And he had to beat 14.
Mm-hmm.
He beats it.
Ooh, lucky.
Ooh, that's unlucky.
Oh wait, can I re-roll his save? Well, I can't remember now.
You can't roll after I've...
Yeah, you told me the result. Doesn't matter, yeah.
Alrighty, let me get back to rolling this damage. Because I made it as difficult as fucking possible. Bear with me.
Nah, you can't. You can't use luck to re-roll someone's saving throw. Just their attack
Yeah.
against you. You're a level 2 wizard, aren't you?
Yep.
What wizard school did you go into?
War magic.
Ah, yeah, that's right. So it's like if you're a diviner, you could have used Porton to give him a nat 1 for that.
Oh, that would have been good. I'm
That
kind of
first hit's
regretting.
gonna hit you for 29 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus fuck.
And his second attack
I think
I don't think is not going to hit you.
fairly certain this is the most damage you've ever taken in a
15
fight so
AC?
far, Conan.
It doesn't hit me. Nope. Remember when I knocked myself out?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
Twice.
you knocked yourself.
Alright. So he starts belting into you. Misses it. He fucking lands his first hit as it sinks deep into your chest and you feel a bit of oomph leave you. Sort of misses with his next one as you duck under his arm. Comes to Cam.
Did I wait?
He takes half damage still, do, by the way.
Oh, he does take half damage?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did 12 wake me up?
Alright, I'm gonna look at him
No.
and
I think not.
I'm gonna cast command and tell him to submit.
What does he have to beat?
14.
And is this a charm spell or no?
So it's not a word that's described by these the 5 things. It's a command. It's a one-word command, and because it's not in the list, you kind of determine what it does. But I mean, what can you turn submit into? He has to submit.
Yeah. What's he have to beat?
14.
Yep, beats it with a 15.
Ooh, that motherfucker.
Next up is that your final action?
No, I'm going to move up and... Actually, I'm going to move all the way around here and end my turn.
Alrighty.
If I casted that flame arrows on his quiver, then I'm standing right beside him with my quiver on my shoulder. He could just pull arrows out of my quiver and fire them, couldn't he? I'm definitely within reaching distance. I'm standing right beside him.
Yeah, I'll let it, yeah.
There you go, you have an option. You have flame arrows or normal arrows.
Cool. Since I have like 70 arrows, would I have multiple quivers or just one quiver that's fully loaded?
I think the quivers are supposed to be in 20s.
20 stacks per quiver? 20
Cool.
stacks
So
per
I've like
quiver?
I have 4 quivers on, so I have choices anyway.
Right, 4 quivers.
I've got two on my back and one on each hip.
Fair enough.
Well, one of them is gonna blast fire if you fucking
Yeah.
throw it, so...
Which
Cool.
one, though?
I touched the one on his hip, because that's closest to me.
Each
Yeah,
quiver
left hip.
is each
Left hip.
quiver is 20.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I've got 2 quivers then. One on my back, one on my hip.
Alright, what are you doing?
The usual cheeky little combat roll out of direct range to here.
Alrighty.
Back
He's going to provoke an opportunity of attack.
Mhm.
Alright, let's roll to hit. That'll hit. It's a natural 17. I'm assuming that hits without adding any modifier.
Yep. I was hoping Cameron would react, but okay.
Wait, what? I was reading. I missed.
Sorry, Cam, you missed it.
No, I'm reacting.
Nah.
You son of a bitch.
You gotta pay attention, Cam.
Cool.
I was reading how a spell worked.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna roll this many dice. Give me a minute. I'm just gonna punch it
Oh,
into the
God.
thing.
How big is a huge beast?
I'm gonna take 25 bludgeoning damage, my
I'm
friend.
unconscious.
Jesus Christ, okay.
As you
Fucking
sort
hell.
of combat roll away, he catches you with an uppercut and poof, up against the wall and unconscious.
Wait, how much was it? Sorry.
25.
25
bludgeoning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm unconscious. Just.
Alright. Next up is... Oh, well, it was Conan. Varus, what are you doing? Nigga.
Fuck. Alright. I guess. Wait, how large is a huge beast? Add a question mark.
A huge beast, like size-wise, like
Beast.
squares.
Yeah.
15
3 by 3 or 4 by 4?
I think it's 3 by 3. I'll double check though.
5 by 5. I know they're fucking big. I don't want to summon one in here and just
15
fucking
by
pin
15,
ourselves.
so 3 by 3. 3 squares by 3 squares.
Crushes the beds.
God, it's gonna be... should I summon a huge beast in here? I am going to use my bonus action again to summon a fucking... what am I going to call my unicorn druid? Then I'm going to move across the room and touch... pretty much going to go behind Cam here for 5 foot, 10 feet, yeah, 15 feet. Going to go down and around here and touch him with... I think it's this one?
I believe you provoke an opportunity of attack. No, sorry, no, yes, I think you do, because you were standing there, was it?
Yeah, I provoke opportunity of attack.
Yep. Alrighty. Because I
And
can't
then-
be fucked rolling that many dice again. Oh, sorry, no, that's because you're not Conan. You only take... Ignore that roll.
Interestingly, was he inside of my aura when he got his opportunity attack, or was it as he left the square?
It was, he was in your aura, yes.
Yeah, I'll give him disadvantage on the attack, I guess.
You don't have your shield.
Oh, I don't, yeah. Yep.
And, Varus, you take 14 bludgeoning as you run past him and he catches you with a quick jab.
Awesome. And I'm going to cast...
Awesome.
Whatever. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at a level 2 on Conan.
How much
Ooh.
health is he getting back?
So it's going to be roll 2d plus 3 plus 5.
Nem, as Conan's flung against the wall, make me another perception check with disadvantage.
Hey man, don't judge me. I love my sleep.
I'd love to help you, man. I'm just too busy being delicious. No, you do not wake up.
Jesus Christ. Someone fucking make more noise, Jesus.
If anyone is missing hit points, they also get 5 hit points back.
Cool, cool. And so, Conan's
Does
back on
that
his feet.
include me for that second one?
No,
I
I
get
already
that
added your
additional
5
5.
hit points.
Sweet.
So you're 16.
He's gonna fuck you up this turn. Sorry, mate. I got you up. Run like
Yeah.
shit.
Alrighty, and that's the end of your turn, Zeus? No.
Yep.
Varus? Alright. As you lay hands on him,
Holy water.
Jimmy's casually gonna walk over. I said stay down! As he hits you with another multi-attack.
Oh,
You fucking love your multi-attacks, don't you? Jesus Christ. Hit with a normal attack for once.
But why?
Jesus. I'm going to give Shield of Faith to Conan.
Sure.
Oh wait, that's not a reaction. No, I'm not.
Alright. Yep, that'll hit. First hit does 29.
I'm
Jesus.
unconscious again.
And he's gonna try and hit Cam with his next attack.
Does he make a Wisdom save of 14?
40.
Oh, that's right, because he's got to beat your thing. Let's see. No, he's failing that. So
Excellent.
he's going to change his target to...
Oh, you're not going to make him fizzle?
Oh no, because he's got a room full of people who are trying to kill him.
Can't really hit me unless he fucking leaps on top of Conan.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah.
thinking he's just going to
I'm
belt
out of
Conan.
reach. I'm out of reach.
Now if he attacks you while you're down, you fail 2 death saving throws, is that correct?
One, I thought
Yep.
it was.
Alright. One of them. You're the DM.
It was one.
Is it just one?
Thought it was
Just make it 1. Fucking
We'll make
two's
it
brutal.
Alright, and he's going to start bludgeoning you with his fist as you're down on the floor. causing you to fail a death saving throw.
Yep.
Next is Cam.
Alright, I cast Sanctuary on Conan now. And then I dump my full pool of Lay on Hands into him as well. So that's an action and a bonus action.
Sweet. So how many do I get?
5 times 3, so 15 points.
Boom.
And then I'm going to... Oh, I'm in his attack range. And my turn.
Alright. Conan, you're back in the land of the living.
Stand up, grab
Uh-huh.
a fire arrow, and just
Oh, Sanctuary's gone.
sharpshooter point blank.
Thanks for rescore.
Fuck this guy.
Sure.
I wasn't sure of the order.
17
Yep.
and a 15.
Those will both hit.
Sweet. So, well, wouldn't have Hunter's Mark because I was unconscious. And how much was the fire? Was it extra d6?
Yeah, D6.
So it's at
What's it plus 2
third-
from?
Oh,
2d6, yeah. No, I'm with it.
so that is 30 piercing damage and 8 fire damage.
Where did you learn math? It's 34 piercing.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, 34 piercing. In the past 2 days, I've worked 36 hours, so I sleepy and stupid. And then bonus action, be like, try to end it quickly, painlessly.
Yep.
He
And
yelled at, can I get
Zeus.
another chance to wake up?
Sure. That's reason.
Guys, just end your turn with some sort of loud noise, please.
Somebody's class thunderclap, please.
Do you when you cast spells, if it says it's in 120 feet, do you have to be able to see where it goes, or can you just be like, I know where he is, and just beam a spell through him?
It depends on what the spell specifies. If it says a point of your choosing, then yeah, to an extent, I'll let you shoot through a wall if you've already seen what's on the other side of the wall. But,
It's gonna shoot through the roof. I
That'll-
imagine so.
That'll appear on the bill.
Well, it doesn't damage the roof, just fucking lights up the room.
Top of the round is Jimmy.
Wait, have I attacked yet?
No, sorry, Virus, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm not gonna wake him up because it'll do damage to him. So I don't fuck up again. Moonbeam is 3x3, right?
Post it.
Indeed it is, yeah, it's 5 foot radius.
5-foot radius, so it's like a square of 3x3.
Yes, so you choose a point, and then it's 5 foot in all directions around that point.
If I cast it there, it's gonna blast him and none of us, correct?
Yeah, you can put it here, it'll hit him and no one else. But no.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Moonbeam there as my action, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast. Oh wait, you can't fucking cast spells after that. Nah, shit.
You can cast cantrips.
I don't have any cantrips that are bonus actions.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast Moonbeam.
Alright. Roll. Do you have to roll anything? Oh no, I
No,
gotta
it's
roll
on
a
the start of his
Constitution.
turn.
Does Moonbeam break through the roof?
No, because it specifies when a creature enters. It never says anything about constructs.
Yeah, that's
And
why I
then
can't
Which
see
is
through
what the roof is.
Damn, I was kind of hoping that would crash to the roof and potentially wake me up.
40 foot high, it just happens to go through the bar underneath. Kills the barkeep.
Matron's like, what the fuck?
Steps inside of it. Ah, fuck.
Steve drops dead. Poor Steve.
I hope there isn't any floors above us.
Brutal triple homicide in the tavern. But
Downstairs, there's bodies everywhere. Fuck.
fuck.
Does this bar have an attic?
Well, time to burn the town down. You wouldn't know.
I hope it doesn't.
Pretty
Little
cheap
human
bar, I'm
fucking
imagining, so.
resistance fighters that are hiding up in the attic.
Can you put a square on the map where that thing is, or do you want me to paint it, or what?
Oh, you can paint it if you want.
What is it? Draw shape?
Alright, Varus, how do you want to end this?
Oh, you killed it.
As he starts his turn, he just starts to glow. What is it? Burns with fucking bright lights or something?
Just make him do like
pale light.
make him do like the Dragon Ball Z disintegration.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's engulfed in ghostly flames and just turns into ash in front of us. Just goes.
Yep. So these ghastly flames sort of engulf him, and he locks eyes with you once again, Conan. This isn't over. So he sort of just turns to dust in front of you.
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
Boys.
Is there a pile of dust on the ground still?
There is.
Empty a holy water.
I'm going to.
Tip holy water.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to funeral rite his fucking dust.
Oh yeah, nice.
Alright.
If the target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell. Wish.
For the
Yeah.
next 7 days.
Yeah. You're safe for 7 days.
He's coming back in like 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yep.
That counts as his corpse.
Well, it is what's left of him, so that's a corpse.
Yep, that's how it works.
I'm
Does
so-
you have to roll anything against it?
No, you touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, that target can't become undead. Any means short of a wish spell.
What's he gonna roll against?
Where is it?
It's
Blessed
this-
water, atonement.
He's casting ceremony.
Oh,
rituals,
funeral
not casting-
Yeah.
Down the bottom. Touch one corpse for the next 7 days. The target can't become undead by any means, but short of a wish spell, wedding. Oh, and it goes on to wedding. Yep. Cool beans. You feel relieved, Conan?
And then I go and lay down my bedroll.
Just doors still kicking.
Night, guys.
Whatever.
I look at Conan and I'm like, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah. So in Fandolin, we were fighting a gang who were terrorizing the town and had a stray arrow go into a building and kill a small child.
Oop, wrong one.
I'm like, what? He's coming back?
Shia
It wasn't over.
Surprise.
And the mayor of the town, the then mayor before he died, decided to pin it on Jimmy, who was the only survivor of the gang. And they had a whole big thing for his execution, which I interfered with and ended it quickly rather than him hanging slowly and painfully. So
Oh,
yeah.
music. So how much has he damaged this door? Has he just popped it off its hinges, or what's going on?
It's clean off its hinges. It's like laying on that other bed.
Okay.
Am I able to
um,
put it
asked-
back on using my carpet
asked these-
tools?
No,
I'm
I
missing
asked-
carpenter's tools.
I asked Conan to grab the door and stand it up so the hinges are within 1 foot of where they came out of the wall, and then I'm going to go over there and I'm going to cast ending twice on each hinge.
Hey. There you go.
Fuck, you guys are good. Yep. And you walk over there, and as you touch where these sort of hinges have come out of the door frame, the rest of you, well, except for Nem, because he's not here at all.
Fucking asleep, you useless prick.
What a rogue. Yeah, you watch as the sort of wood of the door frame grows out to meet and then mend with these hinges that have sort of ripped pieces of the door frame out with them. Before too long, you have a functional door.
Awesome. And then after that, so we just continue on our rest now, don't we?
Correct.
Does this like infect our rest? Okay,
No.
before I go on my rest,
It was like 30 seconds, not even that.
I don't do anything. I just go sit back on my bed and finish my last hour of rest.
Yep.
I sit on my bed, open-eyed in shock for like half an hour, and then continue my rest.
While a great big pink unicorn is sitting on your bed staring at you.
I forgot that's still there.
Hasn't left yet.
I spoon it. I mean, unicorns have got to be like nice and toasty warm.
Incorporeal.
Oh, by the way, I
Your hands
get
go
rid
straight
of
through it.
I'm
Moonbeam
gonna,
too.
I'm gonna
Yeah, no, I
pretend
figured
to
as
spoon
much.
it.
Just making sure I don't have
Cam
to
just
call
walks into it.
Moonbeam's
Aw, my bedroll. Oh wait, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not a creature. The bedroll was secretly a mimic.
It's a shape change, it just gets fucked up right then.
Alright. So you're all just having a snooze.
Yep.
Nem's having just the best sleep of his life.
I'm just gonna go down to breakfast and be like, oh, that was a good night's sleep.
Alright, yeah, before too long, morning rolls around. You can feel the, and see the warmth of the sun sort of drift in through the windows, respectively.
There's no windows
Virus,
in these
I'd
broke-ass
say.
rooms.
Yeah, no, but for imagination's sake. The architect was too lazy. Varus, you are technically the first one awake, having been awake for like roughly 4 hours at this point. Watching Conan sleep.
I've just been working on meditating, changing my spells around, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I go downstairs to start breakfast, I suppose. Wait,
Do
are you still waking
I-
up, or has it been 8 hours?
Do I hear him stir? Oh wait, no, I need my full rest still, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's still like 4 hours left of rest,
So
isn't
I'd
there?
say there's like about an hour or so. Like if you want to do anything in the 4 hours that they're going to be sleeping, now would be the time to do it.
Alright, I am going to go over to...
Oh, and Conan, you're safe for 10 days, because a week in this is 10.
Nice, and
I'm
then I'm
going
fucked.
Yay.
do the ritual of detect magic on Cam while he's asleep.
On Cam. Alright, you see his breastplate or his plate mail.
He's not
sort
wearing
of-
any of his armor or
Oh,
shield.
that's right.
I'm just checking like his sword and any other little jewelry or anything he's got on him.
Yep, his sword lights up immediately. And I believe that's all that he has on him currently.
I'm just having a look now. Oh, I have scrolls. Do they emanate magic?
I've
Emanate?
always wondered that myself, I'm not sure.
A holy
They've got,
symbol,
they've
maybe?
got magic written on them, I suppose, yeah.
I suppose the scrolls would light up and the holy symbol. I wouldn't say that's magic, that's divine power.
Yeah, okay.
Slight difference, that's why it has a different pool. So yeah, his sword and his... Oh, where... You're in your underwear. Where are you hiding these scrolls?
Oh, good. Yeah, it's all in the other room.
Yeah. So he's just got his sword.
It's all
His
been
sword lights
stolen
up.
by the orc.
Do I know what school of magic it's from?
What's that?
Do I know
No,
what school of magic
Nebs are
it's from?
there.
The sword isn't from any particular school per se, but it is magical.
Alright, and then I go over to Conan and I do the same thing.
You find sweet fucking nothing.
Find nothing
True.
on Conan, I suppose? Okay.
Nope.
I'm going to... Actually, while I'm there, I'm going to cast another ritual. See if he's diseased or poisoned of any kind.
I'm still asleep.
Yeah, and you cast this ritual without sort of hiccup, and you can't detect any sort of diseases or poisons coursing through either of their bodies.
Great, no STIs. That's for next time, Conan. And then I'm going to
Yearly
go
check.
down. And do I need to do a check to go into M's room without waking him up? Even
Uh,
though he slept through fucking everything? Or is he just dead to the world and I can just walk in? Because fucking really.
I'd say give me a stealth check and Nem perception with disadvantage.
Oh, fucking stealth check's gonna wake him up.
No, it's
Nope.
not.
You're fucking so dead to the world. Holy shit. Alright, I go into Nem's room.
Least perceptive rogue ever.
It's a heavy sleeper.
Yeah, like a brick. Alright, you break into Nem's room. What are you doing?
Gonna cast Detect Magic on Nem.
You see absolutely nothing.
And then I'm going to cast Technique Disease on them.
See
Again, you see
absolutely
nothing.
How long has it been so far? So it's 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes.
Yep.
I'm going to go across into Cam's room before he wakes up.
Yep.
My room is Nem's room.
Wait, weren't you sleeping in this one?
No,
Or was it Miles?
I put
Oh, sorry.
Miles is the one below you, the one you're currently in.
Okay,
But
I'll
yeah,
cast...
in this room you do see a large keg of ale.
Nice.
Ooh,
If you're gonna...
with it.
Yeah, I got a bunch of scrolls if you're looking for them.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
and
gonna
his
cast Detect
pack
Magic
was-
on his gear that he's got laying around here.
Yep. You cast Detect Magic on it.
You get Scroll of Augury, Fireball, Charm Person, Revivify, and Silence.
There's the
There's
respective
nothing else?
scrolls, and his plate mail also lights up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, D to put that on.
Can I detect what school of magic that plate mail's from?
It's not from any particular school.
Damn it.
Magic Michael.
I am going to,
School of Hard Knocks.
because Nem is just like fucking dead to the world like fucking always, I'm going to sit on the end of his bed and meditate for another hour and like another 10 minutes until he wakes up. When he wakes up, I'm gonna be like, where the fuck were you, cunt?
Alright. The time passes. It flies when you're having fun meditating. And yeah, before too long, the less than elven members of the party awaken.
Alright, I go and grab my shit and put my armor on and all that crap. Takes 10 minutes.
He walks into the room and just sees me staring down at Nem. Yeah, have a good night's sleep, Nem?
What the hell are you doing on my bed?
Didn't hear anything, Nem?
No, should I have? There was,
I should be calling you Tom.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything?
no.
Oh, that's really fucking helpful, isn't it? Maybe next time you should pick a room with someone who can actually wake up in the fucking room with you.
What are you talking about?
We got attacked by some friendly guy that you guys left on the road somewhere with an arrow in him, so yeah. What was his name again? Ask Cam, because Cam's in the fucking room.
Which room were you guys in?
Jimmy?
The room up here, and I sort of just like drag him up there.
The room that's literally like 40 feet away.
You accept me dragging you out of bed and towards the room?
40 feet through like frickin' 4 walls.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag you around.
Give me an athletics.
Oh,
I'll let him drag him.
Okay.
Wait, you guys are complaining because I didn't hear someone in this room? It's literally the other side of the fucking inn. There's like 6 walls between me and this room.
I just want to make it clarified that I'm considering casting Lesser Restoration on Thomas, because he's either deaf, blind, or just silly, so... But I won't.
Why weren't
I'll just
you in...
leave it.
Why didn't you just go in a room right next to the one I was in? You were in the room next to the one I was in when I went to bed.
Yeah, we had a
Alright.
sneaky guy come in and hold our hand, so we got a bit scared.
I'm gonna go
So
to
you went to the far side of the inn and then get mad when I don't notice something happening on the far side of the inn during the middle of the night?
There was spells and arrows and shit going everywhere. The people getting slammed against walls, fucking doors getting kicked off hinges. You're just deaf. Just accept it.
Oops, didn't mean to click that. I meant to click this one. Ritual and Unseen Servant to move the barrel into our carts.
Can the unseen servant move something that heavy?
It has a strength of 2. Can it?
Strength of 2, I think.
Otherwise, I'll
200 liters of ale.
I'll assist it.
You better assist it.
I think I'll help too. It has a strength of 2. It's like an ant.
Yeah, okay.
A strength of 2 at most can carry 30 pounds.
Well, I attempt it and realize I need some help, and go
Can you
seek.
call out for help?
Yeah, I'm gonna
How-
go seek the
how-
party. Guys, before you go downstairs, can you help me load up the cart with our new barrel of ale?
I'll load up the cart if I can have one skin full of
And
ale.
you can fucking
Ooh,
mate.
did we get
It's the
XP
party's
from that,
ale.
Jimmy? Did we...
Most certainly did.
Yeah.
Wait. Does Thomas get this XP seeing as he was fucking asleep?
No, he does not.
Oh, come off it.
Miles misses out too.
That seems... That's kind of bullshit.
Well,
Kinda-
no, I think he should get the XP because he is here. He was sitting through it trying to come help.
I was like, come on guys, make noise.
Fair enough, he is here.
Yeah, let's not take it too far. 'Cause, like,
He survived the encounter.
yeah.
You did technically survive. Alright, let me calculate
Jimmy
your
did not.
XP.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Never gonna die, Jimmy.
Give us all enough to level up, please.
Just like
Miles
Get
of
me like 2
fucking
XP off or
furious.
something.
No, I think you'll have enough. You get each 450.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, how much?
Yeah.
450.
By 72.
Can I have extra XP of 1,000 just by killing it?
So we're at 14,072, yeah.
Damn it. That's not going to level me up.
Ooh, I'm going to level up after the game because I have to make some decisions.
I don't. I get like an extra little thing and that's it.
I don't know if I want to go to third into wizard or keep going into paladin.
How much do you have to hit to level up?
I guess
14,000?
wizard.
1,400?
14,
Yeah.
No, 14,000.
Hey, I get
14,000.
Yeah, wizard.
to improve my favorite enemy in Natural Explorer. What happens at 6th level? I get to choose an additional favored terrain, grassland, and
I
an
wonder
additional
why you
favored
picked that.
enemy, undead.
Fuck you, Jimmy. Take the first shot.
Come back again, bitch.
Alright, I'm going to help Cam carry this goddamn thing down to the cart. Let's go.
Yep, between the three of you, Cam, yourself, and the unseen servant, I would say there's not a strength or an athletics check needed. You got it handled.
Nice. We got some
Unseen servant just kind of
booze.
like holds onto the bottom of it and gets carried. I'm helping. I'm
It's
helping.
like a finger on the bottom.
Yeah.
Under the bottom.
Fuck!
What?
I got a natural 1 on my level up dice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Max HP of 49.
Yeah, progress.
Getting there.
High five?
Right,
High
let me
five.
just...
Oh, I get some second level slots. About fucking time.
Yeah, I don't get any more spells or anything, and I'm happy with the spells I have.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, let me do my hit dice now as well. 1d8. 3. Yeah. Max HP of 52. What?
Nice.
Is the rogue tankier than the ranger?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
He's got 3
Wait,
more
what-
hit points than
Wait,
me.
what's your max HP?
52.
Mine's
God.
49.
Is the caster tankier than everyone?
Maybe.
How much do you have?
A lot.
Well, to be perfectly fair, you did get ridiculously good stats to start with, so...
My max HP is 59.
Nice.
Plus 2 wild forms of HP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so sad. Max HP of 59, and that thing took me down to like 1/4 of my health when it ripped him out of the cart and like fucked me up. How fucked is that? He would have like killed half of you.
Yep.
No wonder bloody poor bear went down.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think he was going to go down before you.
Yeah.
He got unlucky with the rolls, like I did notice
Yes,
that
he
was,
did.
I
he
had
was
one of them on
really
me.
unlucky.
It nearly went down. He had 2 of them hitting him and went down. I think if I'd had 2 on me, I would have gone down first.
Guess we'll never know.
By the way, is there any bodies on the first floor of the tavern?
No,
Good.
there is not. Not so much as a scorch mark.
The bear rug's gone. It was organic when the fucking thing hit it.
Nah, your room's around about here.
Yes.
So, nah. You walk
Alright.
down. Orc sort of gives you a nod.
I'm not going to buy any food here. I'm going to go out to the cart and eat some food out there. Because I'm broke as fuck.
You guys mind not causing a ruckus next time?
Yeah, we got attacked by an undead thing.
He's gonna insight check you.
Would you mind would you mind next time telling us when we've got a visitor before letting them up?
Sure up your security, maybe?
Say that out loud.
Tell me he was a PI. He seemed legit.
No, he...
Told me he was on official investigative business from, what is it? Fandolup?
Vandalin?
Fandolin.
He's a gang member that we killed, and he seems to be undead spirit seeking revenge.
Yeah, you got a bit of a
Weird.
mess to sweep up. There's like a pile of ashes on the floor up there. So, yeah, just go chuck him on the piss tree.
But he had a Merrill signature, like a signet ring, and everything seemed official.
Oh, crap.
I'm gonna go upstairs and see if there's anything on the corpse.
He's gonna follow you up. But no, when you get there, all his clothes, everything that was on him, seems to be just ash.
No ring in the ashes?
No, you can search through if you want.
I will investigate it.
Investigative check. You find ash.
Yeah, cool. Go back downstairs. Go back out to the cart. I'm done. Let's get moving.
And he sort of gives you a weird look, then just starts sweeping the ashes into this little sort of, I guess, a dust tray.
I yell at the dust, "Fuck you, Jimmy," one more time before leaving.
I'm gonna walk all the way around the building.
It gives you a
Okay.
very weird look.
I'm gonna go chuck a piss on the piss tree.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Ooh,
And wander back.
that's my hit point increase.
Yeah! Everybody's
Alright.
coming up Millhouse.
Wizard shit for that anyway.
Yeah, I forgot. I was like, what? Paladins have higher than that, don't they? But no, you're a wizard level up.
Oops. Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Gonna hook all the horses up and untie them from the hitching post, get the carts on the road, get ready to go.
Yep.
Make sure they've all got food and water, as I'm suppose there's like a tavern, you know, trough out here, is there?
Yeah, it's sort of like a water trough.
Yeah.
That said, Conan, you look pretty fucking beat up. And you probably need to repair... yes, you will need to repair your armor.
Really?
Having been knocked down.
Oh, well, I guess we'll go to the blacksmith while in town, because we've got to pick up our shit at noon anyway.
Does mending work on that?
Post the spell? Spell has a single break or tear in an object you touch, a broken chain link, 2 halves of broken key, a torn cloak, or a leech
Spend a-
lion skin.
A bunch of 6 seconds casting a shit ton.
Yep. It says the spell can physically repair a magic item or construct. So yeah. He's
Cool.
got 2 tears from going down
It's not-
twice.
So that's 10 minutes standing here and repairing all of his shit.
It's 12 seconds, it's one action.
Yeah.
Oh, one action, okay, fuck it, yeah. I spent a minute going through it, critiquing all the little shit.
Sure thing.
Boom.
Before you know it, Conan, yeah, you watch as your, is it leather you're wearing? Studded leather?
Chain shirt.
Chain shirt now. You watch as your chain shirt links that were busted and sort of cracked out of place from the sheer force of Jimmy's fist sort of bump back into place and reshape themselves. Beats a blacksmith.
Sweet as.
I have 1 gold for that, question mark?
Sure.
I'm
Here's
Can you
gold.
pay me, please?
I appreciate your work.
broke as fuck.
Cool. What time of day is it?
It's still relatively early morning.
Well, we could go read the job board, see if there's any bounties. So we've got to spend some time before we can pick up our canvas and our water.
Well,
Yeah.
we do have a thief in the team. We do need money. Would it be worthwhile trying to rob a rich house in the district?
Are you insinuating what I think you're insinuating?
I'm insinuating that we use our thief to their skill level.
I do. The
Anyone got any complaints about this?
I don't like the idea of being
Yeah,
used.
no, that can end bad. I don't want to be chased out of town or hung or whatever.
Well, there's not really many guards in this town. I think we'd be able to fight our way through.
Let's not. I vote against picking a fight with the town potentially.
All right, I jump up and mount my elk and go. Fair enough. Don't like fucking humans anyway.
It's okay. They don't like elves.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming you're reapplying your hood there, Varus?
Yeah, whenever I'm out in towns, my hood's pretty much always up.
Yep, yep. Alrighty.
Go to
Do
the
elves have an
town square.
accent? Like, when I speak, do people realise I'm elvish?
Accents are more related to countries of origin rather than race. For example, just because somebody's Asian, even if they've grown up
Yeah.
in Australia, they'd have an Aussie accent.
But I spent the first 120 years of my life speaking elvish.
Yeah, but you spent it speaking Elvish and Brupithia with your parents.
Oh, I suppose. Cool.
So you would have the local accent. So aside from your physical features, no one should be able to tell you're an elf.
Oh.
With the right disguise.
I'm sad I don't get an elk to ride on. Just kind of moving my character along like it's sitting on an elk.
However, that shopkeeper, that blacksmith from Phandalin, he had a Propithian Elven. Was it distinctly Elven, or?
He was Brupithian Elven, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yep. So he would just have a Propithian accent as well.
Yes. Correct.
All right. What do we want to
Alrighty.
do?
Where are you going? What are you doing?
We need to head into the town anyway.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, we might as well look at that bounty board. There might be something on there we can probably do while we wait for the barrels and the canvas to be finished. That is the wrong town.
I know, it's just I've got so many tiles, I have to drag it, drop it, drag it, drop it. As I sort of scroll through the bar.
Yeah, you almost need like a folders system on this, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So we are in the town square. And is there anyone here that would sell weird and wacky kind of creatures or animals?
That's probably more of a male t-shirt.
You could try the herbalist out of town, or possibly the stable. But nothing's a sure thing.
Where's the herbalist?
The herbalist operates out of a farmhouse out of town, up there.
Alright, me and my elk are gonna go up there. I'm gonna let these guys know where I'm heading. And then if anyone wants to come, they can tag along.
Sure thing.
Anyone coming along?
They don't like elves.
Where are you going?
The herbalist.
Nah.
Alright, I go up to the herbalist and talk to them.
I know, let me get the sheet.
Find the silent roads. Why have I written that? God damn it.
Silent Rose.
Roads.
Silent Roads. Oh, I know where the Silent Rose is.
Alrighty. You are met with middle-aged human.
Middle-aged
Yes.
human.
What can I do for you, sir?
Greetings, sir. I am wondering if you sell any kind of creatures.
Creature like worms?
Specifically looking for a scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yes.
No. I did win this off the alchemist though, and he pulls up this little jar with what seems to be a mechanical spider, but it doesn't seem to be moving.
Oh, I know what that is.
Tentacle spider that's not moving.
Yeah. He swears to you. Oh, mate, I swear on me mother's eyes. When you're not looking, this thing walks around.
When you're not looking, it walks around.
It'll move, but only when you're not looking at it.
What about any, like centipedes or bees or wasps?
Yeah, there should be some out in the field. I mean, I don't really collect insects. More sort of shoo them away from the herbs.
Alright, how much for the mechanical spider in a jar?
I think it's not from around this place. It's from a very far away place, you know. How does 5 gold sound?
Don't have 5 gold on me. I've only got 3 gold. Would you take 3 gold for it?
Or perception. Persuasion.
Perception? Nope. Which one's persuasion?
The other one that starts with P.
Boom. Pulled that one out of fucking
Persuasive.
nowhere.
Yeah, this guy rolled a 2. He's persuaded. You drive a hard bargain, but yeah, okay. He sort of gives you the jar.
Cool. Take the jar.
Anything else, sir?
Put the jar into my cloak, and then no, that's it. Unless you've got any herbs to sell. You are a herbalist.
Yeah. Did you have any in mind?
Yeah, what kind of potions can you make in D&D?
You asking DM or herbalist?
Yeah, I'm asking DM.
Do you have a herbalism kit?
Yes.
And you're proficient in it?
Yes.
There's a multitude of poisons, brews, alcohols. You can make healing potions, but they do take a week.
Is there anything I can make that can reverse the effects of alcohol?
Roll me intelligence. Oh, that's intelligent.
We finally have someone who's good at intelligence rolls. How exciting.
Let's whip out the old book. You would know that small amounts of dream dust can in fact be used to counteract the effects of alcohol poisoning, but mainly that usefulness comes from the cochium plant.
Do you have any of that for sale?
Make a persuasion check.
Bloody persuasion again.
He sort of gives you a stern look. I'd love to help you out, but it's illegal.
Yeah. What if I wanted it for medicine purposes?
I think the only people who would really trust with that sort of thing would be the Hospitaliers, possibly the temples.
See, I run my own kind of little business, and I need some of that for my business.
Roll a persuasion check. He is not persuaded. Well, if you're running a business like that, sir, you ought to be going through the proper channels, not trying to, go local and outsource.
Alright, can you just describe to me what the plant looks like so I can look for it in the future?
Sure thing. He describes to you a small plant with distinctive waxy sort of a waxy sort of coat over the leaves, with some rather small brown seed pods that look like they crack open in about 4 different spots. It's enough to go off for future reference.
Cool. Cool. That's all I need him for. Going to
Happy days.
Go back outside, get on my elk.
Mm-hmm.
And on the ride past his little farm, I'm going to look for any of the plants fitting that description.
Or persuasion.
Persuasion or...
I mean perception. I'm getting tired.
Oh, plants, come here.
Yeah, drugs. You do notice some. They're sort of hidden between a patch of sunflowers and some tomatoes. You gather that if you're sneaky enough, you'll probably grab a bunch.
Alright, I am going to cast... And then I'm gonna try and grab a bunch.
Alright. Roll me stealth, nigga.
Stealth with advantage, is that how this works? Or is
Yeah,
it stealth plus 10?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
The 22?
22. Yep. So you sort of dismount off your elk and you duck down under the sort of level that the hay and most of the rye sort of comes to. You sort of navigate the fields. You get to this part where the sunflowers are sort of growing next to these, or over the top of these weird looking herbs that were described to you, right next to the tomatoes, and you start picking to your heart's content, and you will get 13 pieces of coca plant. Oh, cochium plant, sorry. Trademark.
Cool. And then I walk back to my elk and fuck off back to town.
Nobody saw anything.
Dude.
Yo.
Said before that potions of healing take a week.
Mm-hmm.
According to page 130, Xanathar's potion of healing takes 1 day, potion of greater healing takes a week, fury healing
well,
3 weeks, and supreme healing 4 weeks.
Oh, that's much more useful.
Cool beans. No, I thought I
Yeah.
went through Xanathar's with you and it was 1 week.
I think we looked at greater healing because I'm just if you look on page 130, this is
Yeah, it
healing 1
works.
day, greater healing week, superior healing 3 weeks, supreme healing a month or 4 weeks.
Cool,
But
cool. Alrighty. Before too long, your elven companion sort of trots in on his elk, looking very inconspicuous. You do notice a couple of warforged sort of holding masses back outside the temple. A very familiar man with green hair who addresses the masses. People, our temple has been desecrated. Until it's sanctified once more, I'm afraid we cannot let you inside.
What the hell happened there?
Rated.
Cameron, you gonna find out what's going on?
Yeah, what's happened to the temple?
Did you go and inquire?
Yep.
Some degenerate smeared shit all over the altar.
Okay. Why can't we come into the temple?
It's been desecrated by bodily filth and needs to be sanctified and blessed once more.
Oh, do you need help
Fool.
cleaning it off?
James got some holy water to throw on that shit.
Yeah, man, I got some holy water. Does that help?
Not administered by the likes of you, I'm afraid. Needs a much holier man. I also
Oh.
for one.
Ah, so a priest is coming to town?
Quite possibly. We need to send word out. Might take a few days.
I suppose
We might not need to travel anywhere.
Well, we might be able to get the word there quicker, if you would like us to.
we were heading to Altisha anyway.
We're
Please
quick.
do, Cameron.
Hmm.
I will very much value your paladinship a lot greater.
If you could just write the appropriate papers for us.
Could you tell me what the priest looks like in the city and where in the city we can find him?
1 minute.
While they're doing that, am I able to look at this bounty board?
Absolutely. Roll me investigation.
Discuss with Cam and
I'll
I'd say we
assist.
could
Roll with advantage. I'm helping you.
Wait, what are you two doing?
Ooh, baby. Nat 20 on that investigation of the bounty board.
Ooh.
Man, I thoroughly checked this shit.
He's reading bounties before they're posted. Just looking up the resident holy man.
I speak to Cam and say we could send a messenger with the message for Holy Man in Altisha.
Run us specifically what you mean. Like, what do you mean?
Ritual of... What is it? My god, I'm missing my ritual.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll work. As long as we can guarantee that the beast won't be killed or snagged along the way. Sure.
How far can it go? It's probably more than a day's travel for an animal.
Even for something that flies?
Yeah, because flying would just imply that it's moving in a straight line, and most of the roads throughout Prithia are more or less straight.
Do you have any 3rd level slots?
Yes.
Well, you can make it go for 48 hours.
How far is it from here to Altricia in miles?
I'm not 100% about miles, I'd have to calculate it, but I know it's 3 days.
No, it's not going to make it. You'd have to cast at level 4 for it to make it.
It flies at 50 miles per 24 hours.
It's it, I mean...
So it flies pretty fast.
Yeah, but is it gonna fly for 24 hours non-stop?
Straight.
Yeah, no, it says it covers 50 miles per 24 hours. So if I cast it for 48 hours, it's going to cover 100 miles.
For a flying messenger or 25 for other animals.
Yeah, so it's going to be a flying messenger.
Okay, so you could assume that if animals could travel 25 miles per hour, we could probably do the same. So, if you want to say we cover 25 miles per day, it'd be about
I'll check the book.
75 days away. Oh, 75 miles away.
75 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months of travel.
So it would be covered into
So much shy
in
of
48 hours for sure.
a moment, I'm looking up.
Like, I know the animal messenger goes pretty fucking far.
I think... How long does it last for? 24 hours.
You can make it 48 at level 2, not level 3, yeah.
48. And it covers 50 miles per 24 hours. Yeah, it'll just make it.
Oh.
Alright, well, wait until we get the papers off
Can't be papers.
my
we'll have
fucking
to get
fellow
up to speed.
paladin. No, like, we will get him to speak it, but he'll also carry a note authenticating it.
Cool.
Alrighty, and the holy man in Altisha is... Philia.
What was my paladin mate's name again?
Your paladin BFF is... Fuck, where'd I put it?
I do believe we should be going to Altisha personally.
Yes, but if we can get this
Dinner.
there and back, and then if we start travelling to Altricia,
Alright, I'm gonna go see Dinar and explain to him that we can send a messenger, as long as he can authenticate it and we can prove that it's from us. I'm sure that the priest will be on his way. And we can also mention that we'll be on the road and we'll be looking for him.
or we could do bounties around here to earn money while the priest comes here, and then we have the money to pay him when he gets here.
True.
That's what I'm thinking, so we send a messenger to get to him.
I'm thinking we head to Altisha personally. I have business.
Insight check.
Roll
Yeah.
I'm also curious. Can I insight check as well?
You can.
Oh, I'm gonna lucky that. I don't want a shit one. Oh, apparently I do. I'm going to burn my last fucking lucky and I know I'm gonna hate it next session. No. Not knowing shit about them.
18.
Persuasion.
Yeah, he's beating us.
I thought you were lying to us. I thought you had to fucking roll.
No, he
I'm not
seems
lying.
adamant that he does have a job in there. You've got to do there's something over there, and you don't know.
What do you mean, Em? What job?
That's the thing. I have no idea.
Could it cause any danger or have anybody follow us? Is it that sort of problem? I mean, I'm all for it, but I'd like to know.
One of my old employers. Yeah, he got in contact with me while we were traveling.
How? I didn't notice.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If he didn't want you to notice, you wouldn't.
Okay, so do you know the name of this employer?
Grant, this gentleman that'll be meeting me at a bar. He sounds like he's got a
Tailor.
job. Yeah, I know. I know he's a tailor, but he thought we were meeting at the Gilded Ruffian.
Yeah, it's a tailor.
Oh, it's a tailor shop. Thought it was a bar.
He's got a job for you, and he wants to meet at this place.
I'm assuming it's a job for us.
Can it?
He knows of us, so you've involved us with someone.
The gentleman who has connections to very many places. It's
Well,
very
Tom.
likely he already knows that I have been working with you. And I doubt the job is going to be simple transport or thievery. He has individuals that he hires for that. He's contacting me. He wants something specific done, and usually that means money.
Well,
As long as that money...
if we could, like, we've got the gold mine job to do here, and we have the bounty board here, and the priest, it would make faster time for the priest to come to here than us meeting him there, and then we wouldn't have any money when we arrived. So you guys would still be very heavily cursed when we start this job. So wouldn't it be better?
It's true, we can make some stuff.
We make the gold here, the priest gets here, we get uncursed, and then we all travel to Altricia, because I've got business in Altricia as well.
Yeah, sure.
Is it
Also more
super-
convenient for the people who are in this town and not here.
Yeah.
Hmm,
100%.
sounds like it could work. I'm gonna have to make a quick stop. I like to go to the butcher's.
Sure thing.
I'm going to head to the slums and see if I can help
The
anyone.
scum.
Scums.
Yes.
Right, you're in the slums. What are you
Wait,
doing
wait,
in the scums?
Wait. Before you go to the scums, aren't we going to send this message? Actually,
Oh,
before you go to the slums,
yeah.
I'm going to cast a ritual. 20 minutes casting rituals. It's
I'm
okay.
gonna introduce Dinar to my friend.
Before I actually go to the butcher's, can we figure out what I find with my nat 20 investigation roll?
Yeah, I was gonna get that.
Oh, okay.
Alright. You're looking through, there's a lot of sort of handwritten, shall we say, notices. Some of them are quite unlegible, written by people who are missing fingers or just plain don't know how to read or write common. A lot of effort goes into them though. You can see ads for carts, some people selling farming tools, that sort of thing. You sort of page through a few, and that's when you see them. There's actually a bounty offered, 100 gold pieces each, for the heads of Shia LaBeoufs.
Ooh.
Aside from that, you do read that there's a bit of a orc infestation along the road to Altisha. Aside from that, the only other two paying contracts you see are one of the buildings around town. The Dragon's Kneecap has an owl infestation, wants exterminators. And I believe the local stonemason has lost a daughter in the Howling Forest.
What did you say is the owl infestation?
The Dragon's Kneecap has an owl infestation.
Are they violent? Are they giant?
Are they mixed with bears?
Are they mixed with bears? Yeah.
Was it the house?
Wait, you're not getting this information right now, Jay. You're over with me. We're about to go
Oh.
talk to Dinar.
Well, we could get our drill to just ask the owls to leave.
Yeah.
That might be some easy cash.
Or I got a better option.
Best
I need something to.
exterminators.
I need something to fly to Altrisha.
Owl infestation.
Ah,
Rope
get
a
one
bunch
of
of owls
them.
together.
No, I'm gonna fucking send them all one by one. That message is definitely getting to Altrisha one way or another. Fucking dickhead's gonna have 25 owls chat to him.
That's great.
Like Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's gonna be like fucking a horde.
Oh, how many level 2 slots do you have?
Like I don't have to send them all at once.
So there was the 100. It was the 100 GP per Shire head. Orc bandit party on the way to Altrisha.
Miles has been eating 100 gold.
Yeah, he's been eating 100 freaking gold. God
Damn it.
The stonemason lost his daughter in the Howling Forest.
And the owl infestation and the dragon's kneecap. But
Alright,
it was
so I'm gonna talk to Cam.
I'm going to introduce, dinner to Varys and explain that Varys is the one who will be shortly coming to see you to send off some animals to seek the priest.
Paperwork ready yet?
Please get the paperwork ready and Varys will come see you.
After that,
You think we can trust this pagan?
He's proved his worth so far. I believe so.
after he's done that, I'd like to talk.
If
to
this
the
does
butcher.
fail, this will be on your head, Paladin holds his knob.
If it fails, I will go and get the priest myself.
Yeah, if it fails,
Very well.
the creature we send will also come back and let us know. So it'll be fine. We'll know that it failed and we'll go there ourselves.
No, as long as it can get back to us before
No.
the spell drops.
No, it comes back to us when the spell drops. So if it doesn't make it there, it flies back.
Ah.
Boom. That's why I said we can stay in town and then we'll know if it doesn't get there. But I'm gonna send a few.
Alright, wait, whenever he's done there,
Yep.
So is his paperwork ready or are we going to the butcher's?
He's just going back into the temple to start writing it out for you.
Okay. All yours, Nam, go.
What you doing, Nem?
in the butcher's shop.
Ding ding ding.
Are we meant to be hearing this or is this like top secret shit, Nam?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Afternoon. Oh, morning, sorry. What can I do for you?
Are you familiar with a gentleman in Tisha by the name of Bran?
And sort of pulls his hat down over his eyes.
I'll take that as a yes.
What's going on?
Awkward silence.
Nem speaking thieves can't.
Ah, yes.
Cam,
Because
you
when he
wanted to
get
go into
dragged
the
to another
scums?
Mm-hmm.
While Cam goes into the slums,
Scums.
I am going to cast this as a ritual. And I'm going to be concentrating on owls.
You get a distinct impression that there is a flock of owls nesting in the tavern known as the Dragon's Kneecap, right over here.
I am going to head towards the dragon's kneecap.
I'll catch up to him and tell him about the bounty, and that if we get rid of them, they might give us some gold.
Oh, Conan's coming to the dragon's kneecap with me.
Alright. Cam, what are you doing in the scums?
I'm gonna walk around to different bums, I guess, and offer them coin, pieces of copper, for tales or stories they may have heard around town.
More travelers coming through. Yes, Cam,
Give me
go.
a charisma check with advantage.
Big advantage because you're bribing them.
Because you're bribing, exactly.
Oh, I know they'll take it though. Charisma check?
Charisma check with advantage.
Persuasion? That's charisma. Or do you want flat charisma?
Just flat charisma, because you're not really, I wouldn't say you're persuading them, you're outright bribing them.
Alright, we got a 10.
Yeah!
Half the people tell you, the other half take your coin and run like shit.
As you're sort of getting to hear these folk tales, these tall tales, it's hard to discern really what's legend, what's folklore, and what's fact. You hear numerous tales of atrocities committed in the Howling Forest.
Anything that doesn't, like, sounds out of the ordinary sort of sounds like it wouldn't be made up. Like I haven't heard it before.
Yeah, you hear that numerous elven women were slaughtered by the dozens and men at a place called Fort Sidious, just to the northeast of this town. Aside from that, you hear rumors, speculation of an order of knights patrolling Pythia, burning all corruption and non-humans that they meet. You also hear stories about dragons that live under the ocean, of a city itself that sustains under the ocean. You hear tales of grand machines that allow people to fly great distances.
Oh, I know of those. Yeah, just that's all. Just pay them. Just hear their stories while everyone else does their stuff. How many people do I engage? I'm going to give them 1 copper each.
You will engage 9 people.
9 copper.
Cool, cool.
Anyone else, I guess?
Yep.
Okay, and I am
Virus.
over at the lovely looking inn. Not really lovely looking, but anyway. And I'm going to flat out speak beast to the first owl I see.
Oh, there's none outside. They've taken up residence inside the actual rafters. They're sort of like shitting in the bar.
Okay, do I have to enter the bar?
Yeah.
Lovely. I enter the bar.
You enter the bar. Instantly as you do, a couple of locals sort of look up at you. Give you a quick look up and down.
I've got my hood up, by the way.
Yeah, I figured. Sort of go back to their respective conversations. You hear numerous things in the background. Tell them to go the other way. Look that way instead. What are you doing?
I'll enter in behind him and, and say, we saw there's a bounty for some, getting rid of some owls that have infested the place.
And you are Gret with, yeah?
Yeah. Is there anyone talking to us?
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna let him deal with the human side of things, because, yeah. he
Deal
can
with the
organise that.
humanities, so to speak.
Yeah. I'm going to... How high is the rafter?
They're a good 25 to 30 feet off the floor.
Alright. I'm going to speak in beast.
Alright. While you're doing that, the owner of the tavern, a large, ugly orc, sort of comes up. What's this about?
Well, we're here to get rid of the owls that seem to have taken over the place.
Oh yeah? You're not gonna make a mess?
Now this druid will get rid of them
Had
permanently for you.
Had a couple hunters come in here after offer to shoot 'em all.
It's going to be a lot cleaner. We're not going to kill them, they're just going to leave.
Yeah. So I'm going to... Yeah, speak to the owls. Say that... I'm just going to point out the fact that these people, these humans, have had enough of them. If that they don't leave this building, that they're probably going to get killed. I'm also going to point out the fact that I'm not using a spell on them. I'm just going to be speaking to them because, you know, I'm an elf. I'm a druid and an elf, and don't really see the point of casting spells or harming them.
Alright.
And I'm going to mention that I can send them to a nice place. And yeah, I'm looking for any one of them that are willing to help me if I help them.
Alrighty. To that.
Yes. Yes, if they follow me, I do.
You watch as no less than at least 13 owls just sort of flutter out the door in sort of a wild flock and out into the street. As this happens, one of the patrons sort of puts his mug down, gives you a weird look, and walks up to you. Gives you a bit of a tug on your robe. Are you the devil?
No. Just know animals really well.
He's a good one, don't you worry.
Fucking weirdo, fucking son of... He sort of walks away. And the orc sort of comes up. That was pretty fancy trick. Duh. These owls do your bidding. How do I know you didn't send owls in here to make me pay you to get rid of them?
So we've only just gotten into town. We came in yesterday, last night. So how would we have done that?
He doesn't know that, so make a persuasion check.
Can I support him in his persuasion check?
That's the wrong one.
Can I support him? That
He doesn't need it. Yep. He looks you up and down. Alright, here you go. Here's your sack of 25 gold. Been trying to get rid of them for at least a week. Sort of slouches back and goes back to his bar.
Cool, our pocket is the gold. And actually, I'll give 15 of that gold to Varys.
Because Varys was broke and had no gold on him.
Yep, and he did most of the work.
Sweet. Alright, those owls are following me back to the market centre, I suppose?
Yep, they're all sort of swirling and circling above your head. It really doesn't make blending in easy.
I could imagine.
Before
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Get back to the cart, and I'm going to tell them all to perch on top of the circle, whatever the hell this thing is. Is that a fountain or
The well, I assume.
a well, fountain, something? They all just sit on the edge there.
Sorry, what did you say you were doing? Are you
said
there
I-
all perching on...
Just all perching on the well.
Alrighty, they're all sort of arranged around the around the well. At this time, Dinar comes out with his luscious green locks flowing behind him. Pagan! Pagan! He sort of waves you over.
I look around to see if Cam's around me.
I'm still in the scums.
No, he's long gone.
Congratulations, you just wasted your nat 20.
What the hell?
What are you swinging at?
Hey, you worry about Dinar.
Oh, I thought I was gymming this, yeah. Just ignore this. Yeah, you guys can't see this.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Are you killing peasants?
Is my flock of owls seeing any conflict over there?
They're all flocked around the fountain waiting on it.
Okay. Never mind. I was wondering if they, like, as we flew back into town, if they noticed anything.
No, they're literally floating like 10 feet above you, just circling your head.
Okay, well, they're fucking not circling my head now. Okay, I speak to... What's his name?
Dinar.
Dinar. And I, say... Has he got the paperwork?
He hands you a sealed envelope with a wax seal of a symbol you don't recognize. Are you proficient in religion?
I think I am.
You wanna check for
No.
me? No.
I thought I was, but it says here I'm not.
Yeah, symbol doesn't really mean anything to you. Alright. Trusting you. See to it that Philia gets this envelope.
I ask him if he's able to give me a message as well, like a vocal message.
Philia.
Just one sec there, buddy. I look towards the what do they call it again? Fuck, I'm blanking so hard.
Owls.
Owls. I was thinking elf, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, sorry. I look towards the owls and ask for 2 volunteers who would be willing to go on a quick trip for me.
All of them flock over.
Okay, cool. I cast at level 3 twice. Fuck is it? Wait, it's a ritual, so I could just send them one after the other at level 3, couldn't I? Oh no, rituals you can't cast at a high level, can you?
Double check.
Can, because it says at higher levels you can use it.
Yeah, but that's casting it, not necessarily ritualing it.
Yeah, anyone want to check?
No, you can't. If you gotta use a spell slot if you want to use it at higher level.
Yeah, so I'm going to use 2 owls. At level 3 I'm going to cast
Yep.
Yes.
So it becomes 72 hours.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to ask him for a short 25-word message he could give to the owls. And a description of who he wants the message to go to.
This message is addressed for Philia Glorysaur, middle-aged half-orc with long braids. Despite my best efforts, my shrine has been defiled, and I require sanctification. This is Dinar Mield of the Dracinian Temple. Please come as soon as you hear this. And
Cool.
he sort of just stares at you.
The 2 owls, I take it, just fuck off.
Yep.
And then I'm left with how many owls?
11.
Do they eat oats?
No, they're rodents and stuff. They're
Yeah.
definitely carnivorous.
Owls are carnivorous.
Does
There
anyone
you go.
mind donating some meat to these owls?
We have a shitload in the cart.
Okay, I go over to the cart and I get... How many owls did you say I have left? God, I'm getting tired.
11.
Okay, I get out 11 pieces of meat and speak to the owls and I say, I'll give you this piece of meat as long as from now on you don't stand around in the city. It's too dangerous and they'll hunt you and kill you. But to the south of here is a forest where you'll find plenty of game to eat and you'll be safer. And then I point south so they know which way south to the forest of... What is it called? Acorn Forest or something?
Cypress.
Cypress Forest, there you go.
Make me either animal handling or persuasion.
Giving them meat, can I make it with advantage?
Nah, because it's a once-off payment of food when you've promised to feed them. So, they weren't sure if you meant like once or continuously.
Well, I'm giving them a forest, so I'm feeding them continuously.
You
It's
could
more
have
of
an
the
arm-
forest are.
You could have an army of owls.
But they're gonna cost a lot of meat to keep up. I suppose I can I suggest they stay with me?
Absolutely.
Alright. Yeah. I say that they can stay with us if they want to come along and speak to us and be scouts and work with the team, they'll get plenty of food.
It would be an idea for them to exit the town until we leave, though.
Perch on top of the temple and shit all over it. Are you happy with that one, Duke?
Oh, yeah, you want to tell them to go shit on the temple?
Wait, did I just...
No.
I'm about to say.
I'm
Mate.
gonna say they can head out north of the town and find Trader Perchin, and I throw down the 11 pieces of meat and say that's food for the next few days. Because owls don't really need to eat all the time.
Yep, as you throw out each individual piece of meat, these owls, one at a time, just grab it and fly off towards the northern side of the city.
Boom. And then I let Cam know, because is Cam back with us?
Cam, you
Yep.
back with them?
Yep.
Okay, I tell Cam, I ask him, I just tell him that the guys come, and we've sent the 2 messenger owls.
Excellent. I went and spoke to some bums. They didn't really have anything interesting. Something about a bunch of elves being murdered at Fort Sidious.
My eyebrows go up, excuse me.
Oh, that's interesting to you? I pull out my map. Like, if you don't know where Fort Sidious is, once my map loads, you can click on it. It's over here, and apparently, yeah, there's a bunch of dead elves.
I look at Cam's map. And
It's about 4 days out of Dracinia,
Fort
north.
Sidious, I see that. I also point out that Cam's forest is incorrectly labelled, as the cedarwood forest is down below Altisha.
Oh, I see.
Below us is a different
We'll
forest
correct
again.
that when I have supplies to... I've run out of ink.
By the way, I think I'm also carrying a map. Am I carrying a map?
No.
Or is this knowledge in my head?
This is knowledge in your head
That's right, Geordie.
from 200 years of dicking around.
Well, we'll sit down together at some point and work on my map and make it more accurate if we can.
Cool. And then, yeah, I also tell him I got some gold by cleaning out the tavern. Do we get any XP for doing quests?
Yeah. take 25 XP on?
Was that 250?
You cast one spell.
Didn't even.
Didn't even use persuasion the
Well,
whole
there
time.
you go.
That 25 was it?
Correct.
Alright,
The easy 25 gold there.
I would like, while I'm here, is there any of the townsfolk or something still around this area? Alright,
Yeah,
okay.
it's coming into the middle of the day now, so yeah, that's the hustle and bustle area.
I'd like to grab someone and get them to point out the stonemason to me.
You grab this random dude, he freaks the fuck out and punches. Nah. Yeah, you're easily able to find out that the stonemason's right there.
Where?
Right there.
I'd like to head into the stonemasons.
I'm going to go into the general store and organise the canvas for our thing.
Yep, and our barrels that we
Yep.
will put water in.
Yep. You coming with
Sure
me,
thing.
Conan?
Yeah.
Alrighty, one moment.
I don't know if that really needs any RP, that's why I kind of did it. Just get out of the road.
Yeah, no, it doesn't require much RP. You guys can just grab the canvas. You've already paid for it, yes?
No.
No.
Didn't we pay for it yesterday?
No.
I thought we did.
You gonna pay
No.
for it now, nigga.
Yeah.
It
Maybe you
was
can pay
10
for it.
gold, I believe.
Cool. Boom.
Yep. And you're able to, not quite all the material matches, it's somewhat stitched together, but it was
That's
made
right.
with love.
As long as it functions, I'm happy, and I'll put that
Mhm.
over the frame on the carriage that has Hoobastank at the front of it.
Yep, you now have a covered cart, sorry.
The little flap at the back.
You're adept at woodworking, aren't you?
Yep.
Could you happen to make like a perch along the side of the carriage that ours could sit on?
Yeah, just gotta buy some wood, and then we can definitely do that.
You could just shove some arrows in the side.
Or we can do a good job.
We can do a good job. How
I
much?
think it would look
Like
cool.
a scrub.
Oh, yeah, so we'd need, like, I'd do one on either side, just attach it into the frame so it comes out like 20 centimeters at the front and back, and then just, post from the back to the front.
Nem,
Yes.
as you come upon the stonemason's sort of storefront, I guess you'd call it, you try to walk through, but you notice that it's barred from the inside. There's no lanterns on inside.
I bang on it, see if anyone answers to my knocking.
You give it a firm. You wait a moment. You can't seem to hear any noise or movement inside.
Is there any house attached to the stonemasons?
It does have a second floor to it, which presumably the stonemason himself may or may not live. But it is, a floor above you.
Is there a
I
woodworking
kind
in
of
town?
kind of scream out for the stonemason, see if he'll respond.
You just yelling stonemason?
Hey, stonemason!
Yep, you yell out. Nobody appears to sort of shout down. If you didn't know any better, you'd say he might be out.
I'd like to see if I can approach one of the other patrons in the sort of open area, preferably an old woman. They're generally knowledgeable of the gossip.
Of the gossip. Alright. Yeah, without too much effort, you're able to find an old lady. Yes, dearie, what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you'd known anything about the stonemason. He appears to have shut his shop, despite it being the middle of the day.
Oh, yes, terrible, terrible tragedy, that one. It would appear, I think his daughter dared to elope with a young man. They weren't, the stonemason wasn't really, what's the word? Approving of this relationship. So they dared to elope with each other to the north, and I'm afraid they took a wrong turn and ended up in the Howling Forest. They've never been... A hunter picked up their tracks a few miles out of town, but we all fear the worst.
Yes, well, do you know where he is? I found a notice on the notice board seeking aid in finding his daughter, and I wish to discuss what he actually knew, but he's not there to discuss it.
He may be mourning out on the outskirts of the forest, or perhaps he, well, lost patience and went in there himself.
Something worth investigating. What? Do you know anything about the Howling Forest? What makes it so dangerous?
Oh, we don't go to the Howling Forest.
Surely you've heard rumors. Always stories to be told.
It's not nice to pry, but admittedly, yes, do hear of some ghoulish nasties coming around there, or from there every now and again, but it seems to be if we leave them alone, they leave us alone.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, yes, yes. Did you want a butterscotch candy?
I don't mind if I do.
You have one butterscotch candy.
I'll add that to my inventory.
So yeah, we're gonna go look for a carpenter and want to get like some natural wood so the owls don't get bumblefoot. And makes-
Bumblefoot?
Yeah, man. I used to do like animal rescues. It's a real thing, eh? It's tough. So, gotta get natural wood with bark still on it and make some perches for the side of our covered cart.
Alright.
Also, could I have kept one of the owls with me?
They were all still with you.
I sent them all out to the north.
Could I have said one stayed, or do I have to?
Since it's not... since the stakes aren't high, I'll let it, yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna have one owl perch on my shoulder. I'm gonna call him Owlsy. He's gonna be my owl. I'm gonna chat to him all the time. I'm gonna try and befriend the owl.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Well, it takes time to make a friend, you know? You can't just force them to be your friends.
You need to
Yeah.
invest in a relationship.
You've got like 10
Exactly.
other humanoids, but fuck it, befriend an owl.
Hey, you never know when they'll come in handy. Also, can I get that thing I got before?
If you're being discreet, you're gonna have to be a little more on the nose.
No, what do you call it? The thing in the jar that I got. What is it called? Spider.
Ah, yes. A mechanical spider in a jar.
I try and talk to it.
Go ahead.
Does it respond when I talk to it?
It stays perfectly still.
I try to talk to it in all 7 of my languages to see if it like responds, and I ask it to lift one leg if it responds.
It stands perfectly still.
What are you staring at?
I
Trying to talk to a little spider in a jar. A little robot spider. Or clockwork spider, I should say.
Yeah, does it show any signs of damage?
No? It's definitely got moving parts inside its apparatus, like its sort of frame. But it itself is, no, it looks whole and functional, just...
If you
Not
look away from it and then look back at it, will it
And I
like
cast
be
mending on
erased?
it to see if anything fixes.
Yep, you cast mending. You don't see anything sort of bend or mend. It just sort of stands there.
Right, I look away for a second and I look back. Has it moved?
It is 1 inch to the left. It is uncanny.
Is this thing friendly? I ask if it's friendly, and I say don't move if you're friendly, and then I look away and I look back. Has it moved? I'm trying to get this thing to fucking work out, eh?
It is 1 inch to the right.
Ah, fuck. So it's,
Or it doesn't understand you.
I speak a lot of languages.
Not spider, apparently.
Clockwork spider.
Am I allowed to Google things to try and work things out, or is this a
No.
puzzle I'm not allowed to Google? Okay,
That's mettering.
that's
I'll
bettering.
dump some serious psychic damage on your ass.
Alright, I ask it if it wants to be released, and I ask it to move 1 inch to the back if it wants to be released, and I look away and look back.
You look away and look back, and it's hanging sort of off the lid.
Does that mean it wants to get released? I don't know.
I think it's just moving around.
Alright, I ask if it's intelligent. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna cast.
Can I see all this happening?
Yeah, you're in... Oh, actually, are you doing this in the woodworkers
No, we're doing it
shop?
out the front. I'm not gonna be doing it while I'm in there.
Other side of the plaza, but you can see they're definitely holding a jar up and sort of looking at it, talking to it, looking away, then looking back at it.
I ask Conan if he's got any ideas.
Nah, man, this is all new to me.
Right, I am going to cast Take Magic on it.
It does not ping.
You'll get there one day, man. Don't stress.
Alright, I'm gonna ask it to stay hanging off the roof if it wants to get let out, and I'm gonna look away and look back.
It is standing on the side.
I think it's just moving around, because it just moves. Don't think it's self-aware. I don't know.
Okay, I tap on the lid part and I say, stand here if you want to be let out, and I look away and look back.
Standing on the base of the jar again.
For fuck's sakes. Have I tried speaking it into all my languages and nothing responds?
Nothing responds. Oh, nothing gets a response, I should say.
Alright. I see Cam looking over, and I go to Cam and ask him if he's got any ideas about this thing I've just picked up.
Cam, as he approaches you with a jar.
I have never seen or heard of this before.
Alright, I put the jar back in my cloak and I head over to the fucking lumber mill. This thing's got me stumped. I tell Cam and Conan if they have any ideas to let me know.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I go into the lumber thing. Who's here? Who am I talking to?
A middle-aged human. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
One of these people.
What,
I,
what do you mean, these people?
I didn't say that out loud. Sorry. I ask if they've got any pure lumber, like wood, proper wood, not processed.
As he sort of leans back from his chair and looks around the corner into the back of his workshop. Did you want teak or mahogany?
I'm not really sure. I'm gonna ask Conan, because he's woodworker. Conan, what do you think?
Let's go mahogany, bit less oily, better for their feet.
Alright, mahogany it is.
That'll be, how many did you want?
Well, we'll probably need about 2 lengths of about 6 feet, and then probably 2 feet of like doweling kind of stuff. That can be treated on whatever.
I can do you it for 3 gold and 7 silver.
Alright, I hand over the 3 gold and 7 silver.
Pleasure doing business, sir.
Cheers, mate.
8 minus 3 is 12, and 8 minus 7 is 1.
And I will construct the perches on the side of our cart.
Roll construction. This feels weird saying that.
Can I support him building things?
Yes, provided you are proficient with woodworking tools.
I see what they're up to and I jump in and help.
Alright.
What attribute do you want me to put onto this?
You're working with your hands, so props dexterity.
Yeah,
You're moving with it.
yeah.
Ah, I've always done strength. I suppose
Depends
dexterity
on
would
what
work.
size of thing you're building.
Yep, between the two of you, you're able to affix these two, what would you call them?
Perches.
Perches, there we go. Onto the side, or either opposing side of this wagon that is... Are you doing it to the one that's covered?
Yeah.
Yep, you're able to anchor it into the base, or the sort of built-up side walls of the cart.
And
Looks pretty good.
I invite Varus to put his owl up on there to test it.
I asked Owlsy to go jump on the perch and see if he likes it.
He lands on it, and it doesn't snap. It's good so far.
He bounce up and down and test it.
You're asking him to jump.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell him to jump around, play around a bit. Have fun.
Ours is scary light. Like, it's weird. You expect them to be heavier than, like,
And
you
they're
barely
scary
feel 'em.
silent. You won't hear them when
Yeah.
they fly up on you.
It's weird, man. Like, it freaks you out because their wings are fucking huge and they're dead silent.
Yeah, no, they got hollow bones. Yep, most of you have never really seen an owl jump in one spot before. It's sort of cute, endearing even, as you watch
It
this little
really
owl
is.
sort of jump, 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 and then just blank stare at the druid.
I tell Owlsy to come back on my shoulder, and then I ask anyone if they've got any other plans. Are we all meeting up in the town centre here? We're all spread out.
Yeah, everyone's there.
I said, if you want more information about those elves, maybe we should go speak to the bum I spoke to. He might.
A few things we can investigate. We can continue on with that elf investigation. There's
Hmm.
also
Well, that's the Fort Sidious thing with the elves and where this girl went missing.
They're in the
It's-
one
missing
spot.
stone,
Yeah, same direction.
stonemason's daughter within the Howling Forest.
Mm.
Also 100 GP per shy head we can bring back, but no point looking for them. They'll come find us eventually.
Yeah.
Well, we could head into the Howling Forest, and we could have my new friendly owls scout around to see if they can find a girl at all. And then we can head towards the keep. What is it called?
Well,
Yep, Fort Sidious.
Fort Sidious.
like it.
I feel like we want to find out more information about that place, though.
Well, that's a great idea.
Like-
Let's do that. So, who did you speak to get your information?
Some dude in the slums.
Okay. So, do you want to
Dude
take
could have to be
There's also
specific.
an-
Yeah.
Oh, I follow Cam.
There's also an
Alrighty.
orc bandit party on the road to Altisha. We could deal with at a later date.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, that's where we'll need to call it.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Dig it.
Yeah, I've got a
Alrighty.
few notes that we've got.
Very good.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you all should have received approximately 1,975 XP today. Correct?
Well, it's
Yeah.
some-
roughly.
yeah, it looks about right.
Wait, did you say 10,000?
1,975.
Looks about right. Yeah.
So, those of you who started at 11,222 should now be, one moment,
114,097.
No, that's we were
14072.
That's
Oh.
we're on 14097.
Yeah, because we did that little
I'm on 13210.
outpost.
Yeah, well, that's because you started with like 1,000 less than us.
Yeah.
alright, so some should be 13,197?
Plus 25? Is that plus the 25?
Yeah, that
That
is
was
plus
the-
the 25, yeah.
What was
Yeah,
that?
this should be
13,000.
197?
The fuck was I 300?
You
I
got
wasn't-
450 from the Jimmy.
No, I wasn't 300. I was getting my numbers confused.
So most of you, actually no, it would just be, I think, Zeus.
Yeah, just Zeus on that.
Yep,
The rest
and
of us
the rest
are
of
on
you will be...
14097.
Now I go slaughtering in the slums to get that last bit of XP.
Oh,
Gonna go cut down a bum.
quick question, because I took undead as a favorite enemy. I can take a language they know. What language would I take?
Do undead know any languages?
Undead.
Undead
don't-
typically know whatever languages they knew in life.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't,
why I
they don't,
asked.
they don't, they
There's
don't have
no
a
undead
specific
language. Yeah.
There is not.
They just pick a language.
What did you say you're on, Nem?
I'm on 14097.
097. Okay.
What do you have?
I got 14157.
Yeah, man, I'll take 14157, but I don't know where you got the extra.
14057. So I've missed 100. Do you remember what XP you started on?
No, sorry, 12322.
12322. Okay, because I've got 12122 here
Yeah,
as
it
the
was
starting.
12,122.
Oh, were we
Yep.
12122?
Yeah.
And then it
Must have been.
was Shire's.
At
and
1,500, and then
then
450
Jimmy.
for Jimmy, and then 25 for the owls.
So
Should
what
bring
should
you
we be?
to. Let me just double check it. We got 12,122 as a starting point, plus 1,500, plus 400.